Alrighty, folks, and welcome everyone to the 96th edition of Vlog Weekly here on Branden Plumley Television. This is the longest flagship stream here on YouTube on Branden Plumley Television. I am Branden Plumley here, and for this 96th edition, only 4 more episodes left to go before we hit a huge milestone of 100. And this is not going to be a super duper long stream, everybody, like episode 95 was, which clocked in at 3 hours and 30 minutes. But it's going to be a lengthy one, but I think we're going to probably do it for like 2 hours at most, and then we'll end the show. So anyway, guys, this is We Met Plum here, and joining us, everybody, for this amazing episode of Vlog Weekly today. I'm sure everybody is watching this today on YouTube, and like I said, before we meet Luke Jeffers, just want to say too, guys, if you want to be notified on when Vlog Weekly goes live or any other videos that I have on my YouTube channel, hit that bell if you're on the mobile phone or a tablet, and then that way you never miss out Vlog Weekly or any other stuff that I have down the pipe, including this game show that we are going to talk about here on the show. And because Billy Moody is not here on this episode of Vlog Weekly, we will discuss about the new game show and what you guys can expect of the experience. So we'll talk about that in just a bit. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce to you the dude who is going to be busy tonight after the show. And he's on Vimeo, and you can catch his very first episode of Creative Times now live on his Twitch channel. And very proud that he is doing something cool on Twitch for the first time ever, and really, hitting the airwaves of doing his first ever talk show on Twitch. And we're going to talk about that too in this episode. So let's give a warm welcome to Luke Jeffers.
Hello, guys. As I'm getting prepared to do something on Vimeo as we speak, but after this episode is over, I'm going to be doing those reacts at 273. So be prepared for that, guys.
Alright, Luke, there you go. So, again, guys, Billy is not here. Probably because Mr. Bucket said, no more Vlog Weekly for you. You be putting a timeout, mister. I don't know.
Oh, God help me.
That's probably the case about Mr. Bucket putting Billy Moody in a timeout, But regardless of why Billy's not here today, it's all right for me at least. Because as you guys know, Billy hasn't been around since '92 or '93, and we always still have a problem about Billy Moody. And I know that on every episode of Vlog Weekly, I have to do a Billy bash, and but like I said, guys, I mean, I think that's the reason why I think Billy just doesn't do a good job of of letting others speak when we do a show, because it's not about it's not going about going off the bounds and going out of bounds and that sort of thing. This Billy Moody is what we call a talk show. So what a talk show is / podcast, it's where we do a show like this show today. And me, the host, we discuss on topics of the pop culture, and that's something that Billy, I don't think he understands about pop culture as much as I do, because I live in the pop culture, and that's why We Met Plum has always been the case of pop culture, because I like all kinds, and that's what this show is about, and I think Billy doesn't quite understand about why pop culture is such a big thing in everybody's lives, including myself. So, and that's the main reason, because, I mean, it's nice to have Billy on an episode, but for him to, not caring about the talk show so much, and then he interrupts somebody because something important that he needs to get off his chest and all that other stuff. And again, guys, I can promise you that on episode 97, I won't be, doing Billy bashing, because I really am tired of doing the whole Billy bashing, because that's what happened to his show on Wednesdays of Billy May 2094. The reason that it got canceled is because, well, not particularly that one episode of that controversy, but it was just many viewers just didn't understand the whole concept, and nobody wanted to tune in every Wednesday to put up with this crap. And I think that's what happened, and that's to say that the show had some some similarities, and I'm sure that the show was it had the potential, but nowhere the potential that this show has and Luke's show on Fridays, and that's why we beat Billy to the punch. And he even did a reboot of it before he decided, well, you know what, enough's enough. I'm done with live streaming, and I'm done of doing my own show. I'm gonna let the two boys handle it because they got a better show than me, and and that's what happened. It's not about the competition. It's not about getting a lot of subscribers than your YouTubers. It's just about having a quality entertainment and provide the pop culture news, and that's what this show is all about from the very beginning.
Agreed.
Though, unfortunately, this wasn't going to be called Vlog Weekly. It was going to be called something else. But however, it's been stuck to my head ever since 203, since episode 203, and that's how it all came about. So, and I got my other new show coming on We Met Plum Television, and by the way, guys, I want to inform you all that Friday is not going to be called Friday anymore, but it's going to have a new name. And in fact, I'll take, well, it's already uploaded on my DeviantArt if you guys want to check it out. But that new logo that you guys see on DeviantArt, that's my official new show. That's going to be replacing Friday, and it's still going to be the same great that you know and love, but it's just going to be under a new name, and it's going to be striking similar to how Vlog Weekly is.
Still.
So do keep that in mind, everybody. So you guys are wondering, why is there no Friday? Well, it's like I said. I mean, well, like I said, I've been wanting to do a name change of it, and I just want to, keep it simple and keep it, unique. But anyway, that being a different topic at a different time. But right now, we need to get into today's Vlog Weekly. Lots of things are happening for you all on this Friday. It is snowing outside, or well, it stopped snowing, but we got like a good 5 to 6 inches of snow today. And we did not ask for this entire snow, but hey, I mean, what can you do about it? Because it's New York. New York has winter, and Texas. And like I said, if you don't want any snow, then go down to my home state of Texas and just stay there till winter's gone. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I mean, snow is snow, and that's what happens.
Well, that's what the Deba is about to tell me about the snow.
Yeah, so, but anyway, guys, so if you guys haven't watched Lute's triple tribute thing, because I thought it was going to be a triple episode, but it's actually a triple tribute. He on that episode, he paid, on a double episode, he paid tribute to the three, including the one that we lost this month, Stan Lee, who passed away at the age of 95. And we don't know how he died or what, what's the cause of it. But oh, go ahead, Luke.
Phenomia, according to my status.
Oh, phenomia, yeah, that's a sign of that. Yeah, it starts with a P, and nobody can pronounce it, but yeah, so very sorry to hear that, but yeah, guys, he's the guy that, he leaves behind a legacy of, and he's just somebody that, we could, relate to and live up to, and it's just a shame that he's not here with us. And he died on my aunt's 54th birthday, because her birthday was on the 12th, and unfortunately she's not here with me, because she died on August 3rd of 2015 during the taping of Take Your Pit Live that me and the boys did. I think it was you at the time, when we did that episode on
me.
August 3rd. I don't know if my memory serves me right. It was either me and you. I don't really know, but yeah. So she died during the taping of Take Your Pit Live that we streamed, and that was at the trailer home at the time. So that's what happened. So, but yeah. So, anyway, Luke, anything you gotta say?
I said it was me. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead now and let's discuss the new game show. Because like I said, guys, if Billy was gonna be on the show, I would let him to go over and talk about some topics and stuff. But since Billy is not here and it's just the two of us, well, then I guess we're going to replace that with Billy's topics, and I'm going to have my topics. And Luke, I'm sure you have topics to discuss on today's episode.
Like 3 topics to go over.
3 topics, yeah. So you see, guys, we're doing things a bit different on Vlog Weekly, and that is to, kind of do like what the Flits with the Dicks thing kind of is, where we go over topics and stuff that we think is, valuable to you guys. And so that's what the show is really all about. It's all about going over some topics, But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and talk about Take Your Pick experience.
You do that while I'm happy to go to the bathroom.
Okay, so you gotta go pee-pee? Okay. Anyway, guys, Luke had to step out here. And where the heck is that sound thing? Because I have a sound bite here that I want you guys to listen to. No, that's not no. All right, so here's one of the audio that I created last night, and I want you guys to take a listen while Luke Butt returns from the PP bathroom break. Because the little piggy cried wee on his way home to the bathroom. Here it is.
And now here's the star of Take Your Pick experience. Remix Plum.
Yep, and that's one of the audio. And again, I saved that as a WAV format, and that was really, really neat. Alright, so now the other sound that I want you guys to hear. Do you remember this dude back in the good old days on Windows XP? Well, take a listen.
This is Microsoft Sam speaking. Take Your Pick experience is a Plumley Jeffers Enterprises, Zach Peters Productions, and in association with.
Yep, and that is good old Microsoft Sam. And yeah, so if you guys didn't know who that was the dude from Windows XP days. Because I did some really cool things on Adobe Reader. I don't know what version it was, but it was I wanted to do a comedy, and I wanted Microsoft Sam to read the comedy to you guys. I was going to put it as a bonus track, but unfortunately I don't have that file anymore because I don't have Windows XP anymore. So I created a burnout comedy, if you will. That was when I had Windows XP at the time, and I just wanted to come up with something new, and what can I do of a comedy? What can I really think of in a comedy? So, I typed it in, and I let Microsoft Sam read it out to you guys, and I had to find a program that I could be able to record his voice and have it saved. But unlike what we have today, which we have a lot of great opportunities to record audio with. And that's always a huge plus. So anyway, guys, so Luke had to step out, like I said, but he will be back. Hopefully, Mr. Bucket doesn't come from the toilet and end up grabbing him like, "Hey, I'm Mr. Bucket. I'm in your toilet. You want to play? Huh? You want to throw some balls in my mouth? Huh? You want to throw some balls? I'm Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket. A bucket of fun, Mr. Bucket. A bucket of fun, Mr. Bucket. Oh, a bucket of fun, Mr. Bucket. Oh, Mr. Bucket, the bucket of fun. But who knows? Who knows where Luke Butt is? But anyway, I hope he doesn't get kidnapped by Mr. Oh, well, anyway, he is returned. Mr. Bucket did not capture him. He is back. And, Mr. Bucket did not capture Luke Jeffers. All right, Luke, go ahead.
I was not kidnapped by Mr. Bucket. came back from the bathroom.
I know. And I was singing along, too, while you were gone.
Yeah. Well, you expect,
Yeah. And I was singing the Mr. Bucket song. I couldn't resist, Luke. I really couldn't resist. So anyway, Anyway, Luke, I don't know if you heard this again, but I'm gonna play it for you, and I want everybody to who's watching this episode. Oh, and by the way, guys, the Discord server chat is now open, so if you guys want to chat on Discord, I forgot to send you a link. I'm sure Luke can help me out with that and send you all the link to be on the Discord chat of Vlog Weekly. So while we get that in order, here's one of the voices that I created using this thing online, where you can convert text and let somebody read it for you. So I'm gonna play this one again, and here it is.
And now here's the star of Take Your Pick experience. Remix Plum.
Yep, and he actually said my name. We met Plum. Very fascinating.
Wait, who was that?
Do what?
Who said that?
Somebody that I created. I don't remember who it is. But I know, Luke, that you're gonna remember this one, because this one is from the good old Windows XP days, and I like to have this guy talk about this Take Your Pick experience. So this guy, would you please talk and find out who you really are?
This is Microsoft Sam speaking. Take Your Pick experience is a Plumley Jeffers Enterprises, Zach Peters Productions, and in association with.
And there you go. And that familiar voice, is Microsoft Sam, the guy that was on the Dave Manson videos, like watch. And yep. And Microsoft Sam, and yes, guys, he is back of the rebirth. The rebirth of Sam has risen into Take Your Pick experience like no other. So what am I doing of Take Your Pick experience? Well, I've been thinking about having announcers to do the show, and I still want you guys to do it if you really want to. But what I came up with a solution on how we can have announcers just like Alex Paris does on his show, and just to do it more creatively than ever before. So if we play this one about this guy introducing me to the host of Take Your Pick experience. So let's go ahead and press play and see what the whole announcing thing is all about.
And now here's the star of Take Your Pick experience. Remix Plum.
And so that's the digitized voice. And okay, so that was Microsoft Sam closes out the show. And here's one that Microsoft Sam introduces Remix Plum, which is me, the host of Take Your Pick Experience, the spinoff to Take Your Pick Live. Here's Microsoft Sam.
Hi dudes, and now here's your host, Remix Plum.
Yeah, and Microsoft said, hi dudes. Yeah, and I said I wanted him to say that. So anyway, Microsoft Sam, how you doing?
Hi dudes.
Hi dudes. Yeah. More like Microsoft Sam, more like hi dudettes.
Hi dudes.
Oh my god. Yeah. Hello dudes, hello dudettes, whoever. So that's one of the things I am doing for Take Your Pick Live. It's something that I wanted to do, and to really, have a good time and figure out what can we do about the whole announcement. Because if you guys haven't watched that important stream announcement that I made, I talked a lot of great detail about what Take Your Pick experience is. So Luke, you want to tell everybody how excited you are and everybody for the new spin-off show?
I am 100,000,000% excited about this. Though it may be complicated about that, but it's just really think that Take Your Pick Live experience thing is gonna be big time.
Yeah, it's just well, normally it was gonna be called Take Your Pick Ultimate Experience, but I dropped the Ultimate out of the name, so the official title is Take Your Pick Experience, and that's gonna be the spin-off show, if you wanna say. And there's going to be a lot of great stuff about what we're doing to the show. Giving give the gameplay, mechanics, a bit beefy. Because what Take Your Pick has always been about is, trying to win the jackpot and becoming a big win, being the big winner on the show. But for Take Your Pick experience is going to be in a whole new level, because not only we have the Take Your Pick game that you guys are familiar with ever since the game itself, but we're going to have some new and exciting ways to how we can have this experience like no other. And that's why I talked about on the stream on Monday that Take Your Pick experience is not going to be streamed live like Take Your Pick Live is. So that gives me an opportunity to put my editing skills back on hand and to really, give everybody a whole new experience. So what that means for Take Your Pick experience is we're going to record new episodes, whenever, and then new episodes will be published on YouTube after the episode aired of Take Your Pick Live. So what this means is after Take Your Pick Live airs on Saturdays, then you guys are going to see an all new episode of Take Your Pick Experience. So that means back to back Take Your Pick Live and Take Your Pick Experience all at the same time. And when Will One Radio goes back to 4 p.m. at a new time slot at 4 p.m., that means you're going to see that after Take Your Pick Live, which we normally do at 5, and since the shows are going to be shorter than what they were in the past 105 shows ago, then it's going to make it a fun, unique experience for everybody who tunes in. So overall, guys, I'm really excited about Take Your Pick experience. I think it's going to be the one show that I think everybody's going to be talking. I know, guys, that it's going to be nowhere as good as the other shows, that Alex Perez does, but, because he takes the time of editing it and making it, to what he wants in his videos. I'll do my best to do it, but not be a copycat in a way, because I don't want to be a copycat in anybody. But guys, so what are some of the unique stuff about Take Your Pick experience that I'm really love so much, and what I really enjoy out of it? Well, the first thing is it has to be the A-Crate font, because the A-Crate font lives on. And if you guys remember that font from game shows like Family Feud and Price is Right and all of that, I want to keep the A-Crate font edition alive and make it a much more gradient-like, if you want to say, and I want to give it a bold new number, and instead of having that white or the yellow or whatever the color is for the A-Crate font, this one I'm gonna give it that unique gradient look, and I think green and purple or red or what have you adds a nice combination of what I want in a game show. I want my game shows to have that snazzy, that pop, and that's why that A-Crate font that was used in a lot of game shows. That's why we're keeping it alive, because it's such a cool font, and we can and we can give it a much more gradient like, from green, red, or whatever combination I want to do. And have it a unique experience for the game, and that's why we call it Take Your Pick Experience, because it's gonna have the experience that you guys would want in a game show, of a spin-off. So for me, that's very important in that particular one. Now, two, unlike Take Your Pick Live, where we have 7 contestants and one being the champion, this one is gonna have that word bank style of gameplay, where we're gonna have 2 contestants instead of 7. So that means we have 2 new challengers on the very first episode, and whoever wins, well, then the champion will decide on who is going to be facing the challenger. Now, the champion either has the option of choosing the challenger for himself, or he can let the host, which is me, to see who's going to be the co-host who's going to, not be the co-host. No, this show's not going to have any co-host, but But as I'm saying, who's going to be the next challenger of a champion, and that challenger will have to do whatever he can to try to take down our champion. So it's not going to be easy for our challengers to get this jackpot win, and I want to make this show to be fair for everybody. But you know what? It's all about skill and it's all about luck. It's not about take your pick experience to be like, we're not giving contestants a chance to win because other contestants who become champions keep getting champion after champion after champion, and I don't think it's fair for these challengers to like, you know what, I'm gonna give up. There's no way I'm gonna win, and I think take your pick experience is gonna be a complete failure. And I don't think that, because like I said, that's something I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen for when Take Your Pick Experience goes. Because we always want to have champions. Because what we're looking for in Take Your Pick Experience is to have the Tournament of Champions. Just like we did on Wordbank. Because Wordbank, we had our first ever Tournament of Champions. And that was a huge success for me on Branden Plumley Television. And I think it's very important to have that. Because we're always looking forward to have this Tournament of Champions, because Tournament of Champions really means a lot to me for game shows, and my own original and my own take of it, and I take this very seriously, guys. And I really want to say that, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that you guys don't get cheated in any way, shape, or form. Because I don't allow that on any of my game shows. So I'm going to find that balance to where you can end up winning. And then that way the other contestant cannot keep winning and winning and winning. Because, you can't cheat at lottery because you get in trouble on that. So what I'm saying is, guys, we're gonna find that right balance and making sure that we treat our contestants fairly, as if you're on a actual game show like The Price is Right. We want to treat you like you're a contestant. You're here for a reason. You wanna win us so badly, and you want to beat that champion to the point that you want to be that champion and you want to be in that Tournament of Champions. And that's where this show has an open door for everybody of new and existing challengers that awaits you in this fast-paced game show, spin-off game show that is Take Your Pick Experience. So I think that's fair in a way, and I think this will work out really, really well. So Luke, what do you guys say about this whole debacle about of this whole thing of game shows, and especially for this Take Your Pick Experience?
Okay, I'm up. It was awesome, big time,
Yeah, and like I said too, giving them a chance to really not to cheat their way out, because
agreed.
Because we always want to give the contestants what they really deserve, because they want to win so badly as much as you guys do, and it's not about keeping the title forever because. Let's say Luke. If Luke becomes like a 5-day champion or a 10-day champion, and then Luke really wants somebody to win because he really wants to have the Tournament of Champions. He's not the kind of guy that's like, okay, well, you know what? I don't want to keep winning and winning and winning, because we got to have the Tournament of Champions because that's what game shows are about. It's about having the Tournament of Champions, for a fun entertainment purpose game, and
it has to be about fun.
Yeah, because it's all about competition. Because I come from this competition background. Watching Robot Wars, because I watched that this week. Robot Wars Extreme Warriors, where your main objective is to destroy and humiliate that one robot as you can, while being careful of the house bots. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. But all I'm saying, it's all about competition, and it's all about having fun. And without being rude or name calling, because all the game shows that we're gonna have on Branden Plumley Television, well, you will not find that. You will not find rudeness or bad talk or anything that's gonna end up not only hurting feelings of me and others, but to really make the show stand out above the rest. And that's why you won't find that on my game shows ever.
No, you cannot find that. You cannot find people sitting on people's butts either.
Yeah, so and like I said, guys, I mean it's all about fairness and trying to find that balance, and that's gonna be a challenge for me, especially for when we actually do it. But at the same time, we're always gonna find a way to figure out how we can do this and to be fair of our contestants in a way that, having 2 contestants may be as good as having like 10 or 15 or 20 contestants. Then things really start to bog down and really,
it would be
screw up the whole process of the whole game shows.
Just 2 or 3 would be good, but 5 or 10.
Well, Luke, as far as 3, I might consider adding 3 contestants, but we always want to make sure that we make the show quicker for everybody. And because Take Your Pick Live, the game show, that started it all, is a fast-paced game that it was not only about winning huge jackpot money, but it's about making the show quick and making it fun for everybody. Because that's what game shows are supposed to be. 30 to 60 minutes.
Your game shows.
So.
And I haven't done any game shows for about 2 months.
Yeah, I know.
It's been the busiest 2 months for me making more LGM content. Like, for example, making a huge LGM content like LGM Reacts, or making the return of Apps in Space, or the Jeff Crick, and things like that. Just have a lot of fun. And speaking of which, this Christmas, don't forget, we're gonna have a marathon on Vimeo. Be prepared, guys.
Unmute. There we go. Alright, so basically what I'm saying is, guys, again, gotta find that opportunity of balance to really find the sweet spot of how we can do this fairly, to the point where we don't end up cheating our contestants, like that they're never gonna win because they feel like the contestants, our champions are winning like 5, 10, 15, 20 times and stuff. And if I have to, guys, I'll probably set a limit on the amount of days that you can stay undefeated. But as of right now, I'm gonna not have that limit for right now. We're gonna see how the show goes, and whether or not if this whole thing is gonna end up becoming a huge pain, because we always want to have new champions regardless. Because like I said, it's all about the competition. It's all about having a skill. And, Take Your Pick has been a game of chance, to where you never know where the win's going to end up and how you're going to be lucky. Sometimes luck will be on your side. Sometimes, your luck just fades away and then the other contestant wins. So we're always going to try to find something on how we can treat the contestants fairly and how we're going to be able to do it, because that's something that I really want to do. And I'm gonna make sure that to make sure that you guys understand that that we want to keep this fairly, and we want to keep it strengths and weak. Because like I said, it's all about competition, and most importantly, it's not about trash talking your contestants. Like, what, I got $5 million and you suck. No, it's not about that. No, it's not about that. It's about competition, and most importantly, of all the game shows on Branden Plumley television, especially the new shows that are coming down the pipe, it's all about having good fun and being nice to the contestants and the challengers, and that to me is very important when it comes to a game show.
It's very important.
Because if you guys watched Super Wheel of Fortune, the pilot premiere on Alex Perez's channel, excuse me. I think you guys know that I enjoyed it. I think that he has that creativity. Having 3 contestants and doing something unique. Like bumping up the size and whatnot, and the addition of not having a prize puzzle, which means he's gonna avoid the dreaded $0 prize puzzle win. Like the actual show where where somebody can solve the puzzle and not end up winning anything. Because nobody really likes that. Because that's been the biggest flaw. It's been the biggest flaw of Wheel of Fortune, and that is, having $0 prize puzzle wins to the point that, well, A, it doesn't make sense, and B, why even add a $0 prize puzzle win to where everybody's gonna nickname it the $0 prize puzzle win because because somebody had to be a hot shot and try to solve the puzzle and not win anything, and that's how the whole $0 prize puzzle win was born, and many of us still can't get over the fact about how annoying having a $0 prize puzzle win is. Especially when you don't really want it, and well, you're gonna have it either way you want because that's just how it is. So
that's how it is ever since the beginning of Wheel of Fortune, like Shopping Bazaar $0 wedge, and that's not gonna happen anymore. But now with if we saw this episode of Super Wheel of Fortune, Branden Struggs won $60,000. And
like I said, guys, if you guys don't want to be spoiled, you may want to fast forward. But go ahead, Luke.
But then things change. I hope Christopher Wildhartman, who did share the same birthday as me, and Brian Martin was contestants there, and as well, because that was a part where I was so happy about it, And
I was really pulling for sorry, Lord. I was really pulling for Christopher Wildhartman, but that Branden guy who's a dealer, he ended up winning it big and by solving it, because if Christopher Wildhartman would have gotten that final speed up category, then he probably would have ended up winning the game and perhaps overtaken the first contestant. But it's just he didn't knew what the puzzle was, so that's why he didn't solve it and try to win. And Branden Martin, he tried his hardest to even win money, but he just it was just bad luck of the bankrupts and just a bad luck of guessing wrong letters, and and that's what happens in a game show. You always can't predict things about what's gonna happen, and you're always not sure what the outcome's going to be, and the only way you have to find out is to be an actual contestant and just try your luck and see how you can do, how you do, and because it's for me, because I feel miserably for when Jamal 500, when he plays Wheel of Fortune for the either Sega CD or whatever. I can't know what the puzzle is because I'm drawing a blank, because he's either recording it, which is very hard for me to recognize. Or if he's streaming it, it might be a little bit easier for me, because if I'm watching his stream, then I can at least mute the mic, or mute the, well, not mute the mic, but mute the audio from the YouTube, and then I can see what the puzzle is, and then I can try to win. Because it's very tough for somebody to do that. Unless if you have a very powerful computer and you can screen share it to everybody, then it makes the game a bit easier.
Yeah. And Jamar 500 also did a thing another time, because he did game shows back then, besides some other things. Oh, and fun fact, L4GS TV Channel 9 was founded in 2009 of November 1st.
Wow.
And it was a long time, That was way after I founded the company, L Club, and he did wheel videos back then, and then he also did a terrible show back then called Wheel of Pain.
Wheel of Pain?
It was terrible,
Oh. Well, like I said, later on we're gonna have that. Okay, what we're actually gonna do on this episode, ladies and gentlemen, is we're gonna have the top 10 at the very end, and then Luke can do, because this is a very special thing, obviously, for Alex Paris, so we're gonna have that for you all, and then our top 10 at the very end, and then that way we can end the show with a bang, because because that's how we're gonna do things on the show.
That's how. I mean,
so that's what we're gonna do on this episode.
I mean, it took me like 40 minutes of this Vlog Weekly. And now, since in between this Vlog Weekly episode, I went to the restroom break.
Yeah.
And I was back, and I was wanting to make sure how much time in order for me to do some things like tonight was actually pizza night, Just saying.
Well, yeah. That's good. So, but anyway, guys, in a nutshell, yeah, so take your page experience. It's definitely going to be a show with wire, and it's definitely going to be something that everybody's going to be talking about for when the show actually happens. So I'm very excited, everybody, and I know you guys are too. And I think this is going to be a step in the right direction as far as spin-offs are concerned. Yeah, so Take Your Pick Experience is going to be coming to you in a whole new way. And I'm very pleased to announce, everybody, I talked about this this morning on the stream I did on FB Live. There's going to be 2 phases total of Take Your Pick Experience. Phase 1 will be coming your way next week, to where I'm going to record, I'm going to record an episode. And particularly how the game's gonna be, and it's just gonna be a sample video. It's not gonna be, when we're gonna have like 2 contestants, but like I said, we're not gonna, have that champion, because we won't do that until we do our second phase. The second phase we're gonna be doing is, I like to call it the jump start, aka the pilot episode, and I'm not calling it pilot anymore because from now on, because I got the idea from Weir 1, because Weir 1 does the same thing, but the shows and stuff. So what I'm suggesting is, yeah, we're going to have a first ever BPT jumpstart, to where we are going to have a show like this show and see how it's going to do based on the views it gets. And I think the target is going to be around 15 to 25 views. And should that video get between 15 to 25, and it does really well in the viewership, then Take Your Pick Experience will be coming your way. Now, even if it doesn't do that well, we're still going to do it as is, and record new episodes of it. Because, again, it's going to be totally different than what Take Your Pick Live is going to be. Again, it's not going to be live streamed or any way like that. It's just going to be recorded, and bam, 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 make edits, and and off I go. So that's how that is going to work as far as that is concerned.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I said, Microsoft Sam, he's going to introduce me on Take Your Pick Experience. So I'm going to play this one more time, and we'll get to our topics.
Hi dudes, and now here's your host, Remix Plum.
And now here's another one. Now this is the one you hear at the very end of Take Your Pick Experience, and I have uploaded this video. It's already live. That's my 1200th video, by the way. And here's so here's what it sounds. This is the ending to Take Your Pick Experience. Here's the voice, and by the way, I think his name is Peter. So here's Peter.
Take Your Pick Experience has been a Plumley Jeffers Enterprises, Zach Peters Productions, and association with.
Yep, and that's Peter.
And that's Peter Griffin. Yeah.
Yeah, really. So, but anyway, here it is one more time. Again, this is Peter, not Griffin.
Take Your Pick Experience has been a Plumley Jeffers Enterprises, Zach Peters Productions, and association with.
All right, so that's what you guys hear, and that's what you guys have heard on the episode. And I think before we go along, I think we need to add one piece of thing that I want to add, and that is the famous Localcast audience.
Holy.
Yeah, that's the whole audience and all that other stuff. And you know what, guys? This is how me and Luke feel because Billy couldn't be here this evening for this edition of Vlog Weekly. Sound effect, lady, can you please play for us? Alright, thank you.
It comes in your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Yep. Alright, so we are gonna now go over some things that we're gonna talk about, including some Disney Plus stuff, and we talk about this on episode 95, and I think we need to continue with that. I think it's on the Stortoid, the site or wherever it is. What I should have done is added that on the Vault Weekly Discord server, but I forgot to.
Yeah, you forgot.
But that's okay. Oops. Oh.
One day, Teletubby Land, this happened.
Yeah, stupid thing. Alright, there we go. Okay, Disney Plus. I want to say it's from Distortoid. It's either this. I'm gonna type in just Disney Plus and see where I go here. Alright, so okay, I'm still streaming. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in so I can see. Is Disney Plus a Netflix killer? You would be the judge of that. I really don't have an answer to that.
Yeah, according to the news, YouTube is a Netflix killer.
Yeah. So where was that one from? It's either Distortoid or Hyper. Whoops. Disney Hyper? No, that's not. No.
No!
That's not why. No, not Disney Hyper. It's from that one site, and now I can't find it.
You can't find it. Oh God.
Oh, and coming up later, everybody. Speaking of Disney, I'm gonna have a mini review of the movie that I watched last week, and it's one of my favorites. And I give you all a teaser on Facebook that it wasn't gonna get a F. And yes, I can confirm to you all that is officially. Well, I'm just gonna let you know that yes, this movie is not gonna get an F, because you know why? It doesn't deserve to be an F, because it's one of the best movies I have seen this year. This is a second. I think this is my second favorite Disney movie this year, behind The Incredibles 2. So I'm telling you, Disney has two awesome movies: The Incredibles 2, Christopher Robin, and with soon to be coming out on Wednesday, in theaters this Wednesday, Ralph Breaks the Internet. And I am very, very excited for Ralph Breaks the Internet. And again, if I have to nitpick on one, is that Snow White is in the movie. And oh my God, why does she have to be in that movie? But at the same time, I ain't gonna criticize for what they're doing. As long as the movie, goes straight into the whole thing and not, and not be sticking to whatever. Because like I said, guys, I'm really excited for Ralph Breaks the Internet, because I love the first one. The first one is awesome. I cannot wait to see what the second one's going to be with Ralph and what's that girl's name that lives in Diet. Well, her hometown is in Diet Cola Mountain. It starts with a V. I want to say Vanellope or Vanellope or whatever, but I'm probably butchering it, so I don't really know. So I screwed that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm still scared at this point.
So anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about the first news, and that is, I remember when Disney used to be called Movies. Bob Iger, CEO of Disney and aspiring owner of everything imaginable, confirmed that Disney long talked about streaming service would be called Disney Plus, like we said, that we talked about on episode number 95. A report misunderstood the name of Disney Play, but it looks like the House of Mouse is taking a different name of convention from Google. Expect to see a newer Disney Star Wars and Marvel Studios films to start pop up on Disney Plus rather than Netflix. Additionally, the acquisition of 21st Century Fox that would give Disney a controlling stake at Hulu, or in Hulu rather. Iger has promised that Disney Plus and Hulu will still be able to coexist, with Hulu being the home of general entertainment and Disney Plus for family fare. let's see what else it says. It's okay. So I said that already. So let's try to summarize all the family fare projects that we know that are coming to Disney Plus. So take a deep breath, and here we go. We got what is that? The Mandalorian, whatever that is, whatever that means. Star Wars: The Clone Wars Season 7, Obi-Wan Star Wars film rumored, Kazan Andor World 1, prequel series, Loki miniseries confirmed, reportedly Scarlet Witch miniseries, Winter Soldier, Falcon miniseries reportedly. Television. Now, Luke, you're gonna love you're probably gonna like this on some things, and I'm not gonna be happy about this one. Oh my God, why do I need to talk about that? Anyway, we'll get to that. Television shows based on High School Musical, Monsters Inc., The Muppets, and The Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks. High School Musical, yeah.
And if you guys remember, I used to watch the animated cartoon show of the Mighty Ducks. I remember renting it on VHS. I either rented it or I bought it. I don't remember how, but I either did one of those two things when I was at my hometown. I don't remember, so there you go. Yeah, so the Mighty Ducks, baby. And now we got 12 drop frames, but it doesn't matter because I am streaming it on Ethernet, so who really cares? All right. Anyway, moving on. Says untitled Marvel television project potentially several in development. Live action remakes of Lady and the Tramp currently filming. Peter Pan. Peter Pan for 1,000.
Oh boy.
And The Sword in the Stone. Now they're going to do remakes of certain Disney movies. One that oh my God, I cannot stand that movie. And the other two are going to be, apparently going to be remaking. So we got The Parent Trap, Father of the Bride, and, I hate to say this,
Hooray!
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah!
Cannot stand that movie, never liked it, never will. Alright, various... Now, that's just my opinion, Luke. That's just me. Everybody else would like the movie, and yes, according to Wikipedia, that was a hit comedy adventure. I don't know why it's a hit, but that was directed by Joe Johnston, who also did movies such as Jumanji, The Page Master, and this god-awful movie from Disney in '89. Can't stand it, but yeah, he's the guy that brought us these effects, and it makes me sick to my stomach, makes me want to puke about that. But anyway, yeah, that's Joe Johnston. Now I'm sure Joe Johnston does better movies than that Honey one from '89, like Jumanji and and a bunch of others. But and yeah, that movie that's what got him that was his director debut as that one movie in '89. So he made his primary debut as a director or whatnot in that god awful movie that I hate so much. But that's just me. Like I said, guys, I won't take a lot of hate. I'm not hating. I am hating, but I'm not gonna, be hating on everybody because, you guys, really, really love it, and you guys, and I applaud you for that. I'm glad you guys like it, but it's just not my cup of tea, because I'm telling you, because whenever I see it, and when I want to eat something, I have that something in my brain telling me that, you know what, anyway, I can talk to you about this forever and ever and ever, and there's just no way I'm going to talk about it, so let's just forget about what I'm going to say. But anyway, yeah, so I may not like the fact that when I'm going to get this Disney Plus service, I'm going to have to look at that stupid, oh my God. Anyway, forget about that. Anyway, honestly, well, let's get back in to the show. Honestly, just looking at the list is exhausting. After writing numerous stories about streaming services, I have almost completely run out of things to say about them. As many has pointed out, all these services are splitting the market, somehow turning the streaming into a worse alternative to cable TV. Disney Plus is still due to launch in late 2019, so better start saving your money now, lest you incur the wrath of a cartoon mouse. So that is the whole detail that I should have talked about on episode 95, but that's the whole thing of that particular show, and that particular streaming service that is the Disney Plus. So, anyway, Luke, your thoughts about Disney Plus?
Awesome, but I wanted to see Toon Disney, Playhouse Disney, and One Saturday Morning, and things like that shows on Disney Plus, you know?
Yeah, it's something, Luke. It's something they might do. We may never know what they're gonna do. If they decide to have that, I mean, I'm pretty sure it'd be nice, but we're just gonna have to wait and see on on what happens. We don't know for sure yet. So now, like I said, guys, I talked about this on Hanging Women's Plum on last week. That I talked about. What if? Okay, I would like to see How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2, in 4K. And then without a shadow of a doubt, I went on to Blu-ray and I typed it in, and I was so freaking excited, and I'm like, yes, my prayers have been answered, and yeah. So they're both coming out in January 2019 for the first time ever on 4K Blu-ray. Because as you guys know, the new Dragons movie called Dragons: The Hidden Word is going to be the final saga of the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy saga. So the third How to Train Your Dragon movie is sadly going to be the last. Now, does this upset me? Well, a little bit, because I really do like How to Train Your Dragon. I think it's my favorite series, my favorite, movie and all that other stuff. I like the TV show that's on Netflix. I like the two movies that they had on, that they had. The first one I really enjoyed. I think the first one is incredible. The second one is without a doubt probably the best movie ever. I know that movie got nominated, but it did not win, and I really hoped it would win, because Big Hero 6 came out on that day when How to Train Your Dragon 2 came out, and Big Hero 6 really dominated the whole cartoon game, especially when they beat How to Train Your Dragon 2, and that really ticked off a lot of everybody, but at the same time, you always can't complain about which movie is better and why that movie won over the other one. I'm just going to say, they're both great movies. I love those movies. I like Big Hero 6. It's my favorite. And that's the one movie that I want to see in 4K. And Disney, if you're listening, I want Big Hero 6 in 4K. And if you can do that, you're going to make me happy. If you're not going to do it, then I'm going to get you for this. I really am. I'm just saying. So, we haven't heard much about Big Hero 7. I don't know if we're going to have Big Hero 7 or not. But, who knows? Maybe we will get Big Hero 7 at some point. And maybe I don't know. But I'm just getting ahead of myself. But as far as I can tell, yeah. They're still planning on doing Big Hero 7. Not really sure if Stan Lee's going to make a cameo because, of his passing, or they already put it in. I don't really know what the status is for Big Hero 7. If Disney is going to be doing Big Hero 7, we don't know yet. And I know that you, Luke, you like cartoons in a way. So, Luke, let me go over to you. What has been your favorite movie so far of 2018?
My favorite? Incredibles 2, and Won't You Be My Neighbor, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, Christopher Robin, so forth, you know?
Yeah, Christopher Robin. Oh my God, yeah. I cannot wait to do a mini review of Christopher Robin. I'm telling you, it's a movie that I can sit down and watch again and again and again because it's what made, and that's what Disney does all the time with their movies is they make these movies magical, something inside of our hearts. They make something magical, and this movie has funniness.
Oh,
Funniness. Go ahead, Luke.
There's another movie I like, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. And Luke, that movie did really well at the box office. And I'm happy to tell you, that it's not Watton anymore as it used to. So it's not. It's so I think that in order to get a Watton rating, it would have to dip below 60% or even dip to 50%. So I don't really know how the whole Rotten Tomato thing works. And we're going to talk about that too in a minute because, believe it or not, Well Breaks the Internet, which is going to be out in theaters next week, I'm not going to be able to watch it, unfortunately. I'll have to wait till December because I don't have the money to buy me a ticket to see it. But yeah, so Well Breaks the Internet, we're going to be talking about that too coming your way. So stay tuned. But yeah, so How to Train Your Dragon was the one that I saw that's going to be on 4K. Okay, so that's the second one. Now, like I said, when I saw, and this was when I was streaming Hey New We Met Plum last week, and I saw How to Train Your Dragon 2 in 4K, and I was like, yes, my answers have been answered. So that's what happens, and yeah, so I'm very, very happy about How to Train Your Dragons 1 and 2 going to be on 4K Blu-ray. Because you know what, guys? I know you guys are wondering, what is the best 4K Blu-ray that DreamWorks has done? Well, I don't know, to be honest. And well, if I had to choose, because I don't have this movie yet on 4K Blu-ray, but I've heard that it's one of the best looking ones in 4K, and that is the 2016 movie Trolls, which I know Luke has a lot of great things he said. He's a lot of great things to say about. For me, I'll give you my perspective. For me, I think it's cute, colorful. Poppy, the princess of them all, she's my favorite in the movie. She's the one that sings the Sound of Silence, and has these amazing songs like True Colors, that made famous by Cyndi Lauper, later Phil Collins, and of course the Justin Timberlake hit Can't Stop the Feeling, yeah. So overall, yeah, I think the movie Trolls is a wonderful movie. And I'm sure it looks impressive in 4K. So if you guys are wondering how does it look in 4K, I cannot give you the answer because I don't have a copy of it. But I've heard that it's the best looking one that you can see in 4K. So that's what I gotta say. Now as far as the other movies I want to see in 4K from DreamWorks, is a forgotten movie that nobody has even talked about. And it's the movie that has Mel Gibson in it. And the movie is called Chicken One. Oh, did I lose you, Luke?
You did not lose me.
Okay, alright. Just want to clarify. So, yeah, so Chicken One is the movie that is not on Blu-ray, but hopefully one day we're gonna see Chicken One to come on Blu-ray and 4K Blu-ray. That's the one movie that I would like to see made in 4K ultra high def. Because Chicken One's a really cool movie, and animation's really good, and yeah, and Chicken One's a really cool movie. I think it's a really neat film. And so, Luke, did you have experiences with Chicken One?
Well, years ago, it's been in 2000. I never get a chance to watch Chicken Little until I was in the Videorama at the time. And I read it in the Videorama. So I first bought it in Videorama. And I just we whole fast forward to the end credit. And then years later when I was in middle school, I have to watch it Southwest Elementary School at the time. And then nowadays I branch out with Chicken Run and move on with other things,
Well, I kind of enjoyed it. Just like I said, with me being a cartoon lover ever since growing up in the 90s, that's always been the part of me. And that's, once you become a cartoon lover, then you have to stay a cartoon lover. And I've been that way since growing up in the 90s. As you guys know, when USA first came on TV, the cable TV, USA would show not only game shows, but they also show like these cartoon blocks and stuff that really made USA stand apart. Because back then, TBS had one with their cartoons, TNT would make one too, and so I'll, what guys, I'm going to take you a little bit of a flashback, if you will, in your brains, and talk about the USA Network, which is still there. They're doing, what they normally show besides WWE, Raw, and SmackDown, and all that other stuff. They go back-to-back episodes of Law and Order SVU, and other shows too. So let's talk about the USA Network. So it pretty much all started in 1977. So yeah, 1977, and so let's see what they did in the 90s, because we want to focus on that on the 90s. So USA was the first basic cable. Yep. The traditional game show reruns. So like I said, they had a lot of game shows at the time on the USA Network. They showed shows like Scrabble, Save the Century, Talk About, Caesar's Challenge, which had that guy who did Wheel TV. So in October 95, the network dropped the entire game show block. USA Live. Okay. Alright, what about the cartoons? Oh yeah, okay, so wait, September 96, they replaced the USA Cartoon Express with the children's block, USA Action Stream Team. The channel discontinued the animation block outright in 1998. Okay, so that's when USA went downhill after they canceled the cartoons. So cartoons was a big thing for the channel. I remember sitting down watching, this was back in the 90s, and that's when Taiwan Cable was really a dominant force in television back in the late 90s. USA Network, I had fond memories with it, especially the whole cartoons. And now I can't find it because it's just giving me problems here. Yeah, so 1980 to 1996, yada yada yada. Okay. So Luke, you said how many topics you got? You got 3 topics.
Yeah, 3 or 4. I don't know.
Okay, well.
I was gonna write 3 out of the 5 right now because the 4th topic I will focus on is gonna be about something big because I won't be at Atlanta this Thanksgiving because I'll be spending time with you guys this Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, Luke. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, so the Cartoon Express came about in 1982. So it all started back in 1982, and they ended it in 1996.
Okay. I was only one when this came.
Oh, I know that. So yeah, they showed a lot of Hanna-Barbera stuff. Too many to go over. They had other shows like The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, which you guys can watch on Pluto TV. Captain N, the Game Master, not seen it. Dinosaurs, Denver and the Last Dinosaur, Dennis the Menace, I remember watching that in 96. Defender of the Earth, what is, Dinosaurs? I don't, Sony Pictures Television,
Sony Pictures Television! Says it probably out.
Huh. That looks neat. I gotta see what that's all about. Yeah, Dinosaurs, by, Deep, Animation, in 87. Yeah, that's really neat.
Who created this?
Do what?
Who created this?
D-I-C.
Deke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And distributed. Yeah, distributed by Coca-Cola Telecommunications and then Sony Pictures Television. So Sony has the rights to it.
Wait, the person's name, not the company name.
Oh, the person? It is Michael E. Uslan.
Okay.
He is well known. Okay, he is an American producer of the Batman films, and he has a accredited course on comic book folklore at any university. Don't know what that means. Yeah. So yeah, that's the guy that created it. So there's other shows like and we won't drag this down, everybody. We just want to, for me to go back in time. So Cadillacs and Dinosaurs from 96. You got Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids from 89 to 91. He-Man. Okay, yeah, that one. Kid Video. Legend of Zelda from 89-90. Masked, which I think I remember watching Masked. It's been years since I've seen Masked. I think I remember watching it. It's by LBS Communications and by Deep. I think I do remember watching
who created the show?
Masked. Who created it? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
No person's name?
No.
Really?
Sport Billy, Super Mario Bros. Super Show, Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Ninja Turtles from 93-96. Turbo Teen, Toxic Crusaders, Voltron, Wildcats, and The Woody Woodpecker Show from 87. I don't remember the one cartoon that I ever watched on USA Network back in the 90s. Like I said, it's just been years and years, and with me growing old, guys, yes, I'm old. Everybody gets old, so, but I don't really remember. Well, like I said, the memories, and I really don't remember that much. But they showed Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is a cool show. Now that I remember watching. Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, which I had on VHS. Miss Adventures in Babysitting, and Super Koopa. So they showed Battletoads based on that pain in the butt game that nobody can play because it's very, very difficult. Darkstalkers. Double Dragon based on the video game. Exo Squad, excuse me. Gargoyles, that was on Disney back in the day. And Wabi Benson is in this. That's the guy that played the Beast in Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
And this other guy named Michael. Yeah, really. This other guy named Michael Banser, BenYser, he is best known for playing this awesome show that I love from 1994. He plays Guardian Bob in the 1994 breakthrough, and it's one of my favorite TV shows, if not my favorite cartoon show of all time, the 1994 cartoon Reboot. And he's in Etzo Squad, and that's Michael Basner. He's the guy that plays Guardian Bob in Reboot. Why do I know that? Because I watched Reboot when it was on Toonami, and I loved it ever since, and I never looked back. So he's in Etzo Squad, and Robbie Benson, who plays the Beast. So yeah, that's really cool for Michael Basner. Kathleen Ball, I think that's her name. She played Dot Matrix in Reboot, and she played a lot of other voice characters. Composed by Michael Tavia, who did the music to one of the other Honey sequels, as well as The Land Before Time 2 to 13 or 2 to 14. So he composed a lot of Land Before Time stuff from 2 to 14, as well as some others. So that's Michael Tavia. He's pretty good. I like the music he provides, especially in the Land Before Time. He did really, really well. So let's see. We got Santa and the Three Bears. Those are the TV specials. Sailor Moon. Remember that? Yep, I do. Mega Man. Remember that? Yep, I sure do. I watched that. Legend of Zelda. Kinda. But I can't stand the "Excuse me, princess." Savage Dragon. Sonic the Hedgehog, which I like. I like that better than the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I think Sonic the Hedgehog is much better than the Adventures. Super Mario World, which I remember watching it on PAX TV. Super Friends. Street Sharks, Street Fighter, based on the popular video game by Capcom. Ultra Force, Wild Cats. Wayne Commander Academy. Again, Gargoyles. I used to watch that growing up. I remember that on Disney. And it had two different people. Two of them that was in Star Trek The Next Generation. They both played Commander William Riker and Consular Deanna Troy. And those names are Marina Sirtis and Jonathan Frakes, who was in the Star Trek The Next Generation, and they were in Gargoyles. And I didn't know that for a fact, but yeah, they were in Gargoyles. And if you don't believe me, go on to Wikipedia and you find out for yourself, because I'm not lying to you about that one. So I kind of don't remember anything else other than Masked, the TV show, and but again, you know, I don't remember much because most of my childhood, are gone. But some, well, like I said, guys, if there's something I don't really remember, then you just gonna have to bear with me because like I said, I do remember watching it when I watched it on the USA Network. So it's been years, guys. It's been years and years, since I've watched good cartoons back in the day. So I hope you guys got a little bit of a cartoon thing out of it. Because like I said, guys, I'm going to be launching a new show called Snippets Cartoons on the One, which is, the name suggests, it's just going to be a snippet of what it's going to be about. So that'll be coming your way as soon as I can get to it. But there you go. So now I don't know what the other topic that we have. So I'm gonna type in flash briefing and see what we're gonna talk about. Because like I said, because I thought Billy was gonna be on, but apparently he decided, well, I'm not gonna be on. So And he does that kind of stuff. So,
Very good.
but that's
Very
alright.
Oh, man.
Alright, so we talked about the TV thing. We talked about take your pick because that's the replacement in case if Billy wasn't going to be here. Oh yes, another news here. Smallfoot is coming to Blu-ray. So here's what it says: Warner Brothers Home Entertainment has officially announced that it will release on Blu-ray the animated film known as Smallfoot. The release will be available for purchase on December 11th. Yeah, it's fun for all ages, and yada yada yada. James Corden is in this movie as Percy, and for a epic. Wait, Channing Tatum is in this one. Throws the Simple Yeti community into an uproar over what else might be out there for the big world beyond the snowy village. This is an epic story about friendship and courage, which is always nice for a cartoon from Warner Animation Group. And so some of the bonus features: Yeti Set Go Sing Along, fun facts, and much more. Super Susie, I think, mini movie. Mygo and the Secret of Yeti Stones, featuring a featurette featuring Channing Tatum. Yeti or not, here they come. Imagine Smallfoot, the making of the movie. The music video for Finally Free. CYN, Moment of Truth music video. Wonderful Life in 28 languages, Sung Around the World music video. Theatrical promos, and it's in English. So there you go. Alright, so that's what it is, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing this movie, Smallfoot. Alright, so overall, so we got that down. So we talked about the Disney Plus. Billy's topic, well, he's not here, so I had to replace that. Shame on you, Billy. Alright, so we're going to talk about the Pizza Slate, and I know, Luke, that you're not going to like this topic as much, because we talked everything about Apple with the iPad and the MacBook and all. And I want to talk about the Google Pixel Slate, which is a competitor to the iPad Pro in many ways, because and like I said, I really don't like using the term revolutionary, but I think it's a really cool device for what it can and for what it can do, and it's gonna be something awesome. So we're going to save that for last. Right now, I'm going to go over and talk about my reaction to the trailer that I watched this week. I know that you, Luke, are kind of keen about that, but I want you to get your input on it. Because I know you're keen on this one. I'm really excited about this one because, as you guys know, I really do like Pokemon stuff, and I'm not a huge Pokemon player per se. But I really do enjoy the whole Pokemon universe kind of thing when when you have to catch them all and gotta catch them all, and whether you get Charmander or Bulbasaur, which I think is my favorite Pokemon little dudette, and everybody likes Pikachu, so why not make a movie based on the video game per se on the Nintendo 3DS? So here's my overall reaction of the Detective Pikachu that I've watched this week. I gotta say, it looks promising. At first I wasn't too excited about it, but when I saw the Pokemon characters, especially Charmander and all that, oh my god, my heart was pumping. Like, oh yes, this is this is gonna be an awesome thing. So, and it's gonna have Ryan Reynolds. He's gonna be playing as Detective Pikachu, and I don't know what it's gonna be about, but But I'm sure it's gonna be a fun little movie, and it's gonna be by Warner Brothers Pictures. That's gonna be making this movie. So again, Luke, I know you're kind of keen about about it. So
Yeah, I'm still.
But for me, I'm very very excited for Detective Pikachu. I am super. Oh my god, I'm really excited to see to see this movie. It's really cool. It's gonna be directed by Rob Letterman. Music composed by Henry Jackman. I wonder what he also composed besides that one. So he did Puss in Boots. Oh, he did Whack-It Ralph. Puss in Boots, yep. Kick Butt 2, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, Big Hero 6. Okay, so he's known for Big Hero 6, Captain Phillips, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Kong Skull Island, The Predator, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Okay, I did not know that. He's going to be doing Ralph Breaks the Internet, and this new Pokemon movie called. Well, it's not going to be called Detective Pikachu. It's going to be called Pokemon Detective Pikachu, also known as that. So that's really clever, and I am very very excited once again to see it. So. It's an upcoming action-adventure family film directed by Rob Letterman and written by Nicole Perlman and Letterman, based on the 2016 video game of the same name, and that's by Legendary Pictures and the Pokemon Company. It is the first live-action film based on the Pokemon franchise, so this is a first for them. I can't wait to see what it's going to be. And it's gonna have so the film's gonna have Ryan Reynolds, like I said. He will be providing the voice of Detective Pikachu, along with many others in the live-action roles. So again, this is really neat. Of Detective Pikachu.
Oh my god.
Alright, Luput. So if you guys don't know who Ryan Reynolds is, he's the guy that does Deadpool. He did a lot of movies. It's scheduled to be released in May 2019, making it the first Pokemon film to receive a wide theatrical release in the United States, and the first to be distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures since Pokemon 3 the movie. So it's been a good 17 to 18, a good 17 years in the making, or 18 years since Pokemon 3 the movie, which came out in 2001. And Luke had to step out momentarily, so we'll have him on. We'll get him back. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this one again, guys. Luke is a bit too keen on Detective Pikachu. I don't know why he's a bit keen on that. Maybe because he's not a fan of Pokemon, or maybe he has something against it about live action stuff. For that, we don't really know about why he's a bit keen on that. So I'm not really gonna ask him about why he's not really excited about it, and he's a little bit too keen on it. So I won't ask him about that. But that's okay. Because like I said, if somebody doesn't like the movie, just like I don't like Honey I Rented In, because then it's stupid. But I can understand that. So. Anyway, so we're gonna get Luke on that particular thing. And another news I want to talk about, and that is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has officially gone gold, which is awesome. I'm gonna want to look at the Wikipedia, or Wikia, and just to see some things about the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yada yada dee da da do do da blah blah blah. Right. So. Yeah, so Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to be the latest. Oh, no. Hey, stop. Okay. Come on. Don't play the ad. Come on. Oh, god dang it. Anyway. It's the latest entry in the Super Smash Bros. Series, released on Nintendo Switch on December 7th. And I am very excited for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And when Luke comes back, I want to hear from him on what he thinks about this new game, and whether or not he's gonna be picking it up on the Nintendo Switch. So we're gonna have him talk about that for you all. And if you guys hear that beeper noise, it's the smoke alarm, smoke detector. The battery is low. I want to destroy it with a sledgehammer because I can't stand it. It's making me mad, and it's just making me mad, taking me off, and yada yada yada. Okay, that's not what I wanted, actually. Like I said, guys, coming up on the top 10, this is going to be a very personal top 10 for me. I'm sure Luke's not going to like it as much, because he's more of a heavy metal dude than myself. But this is a very personal top 10 for tonight, because this is going to be an awesome top 10 for tonight. So if you guys are wondering what is the new top 10 going to be, stay tuned to find out on what the new top 10 is going to be for tonight. Alright, so as soon as Loopbutt gets back, alright, so let's see what's gonna say here. No. Alright, hang on, Luke. I gotta turn on the audio capture. There we go. So now you guys can hear Loopbutt. So yeah, Luke, we got done discussing Detective Pikachu movie, and again, my overall reaction, I'm pumped. I'm really excited for it. So now we're talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and yeah, it's still in development. Okay, the damage. Do what?
My stomach is like, ooh, man. Once I'm done with this whole bathroom break, I'm just like, God help me out here with this huge dump issues, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, here's some trivia for you all. This is the first Super Smash Bros. Game since the original Super Smash Bros. To not announce alongside new hardware. Super Smash Bros. Melee was revealed alongside the final retail version of the Nintendo GameCube at E3 2001. Super Smash Bros. Brawl was announced alongside the Wii itself, then codenamed Revolution at E3 2005. Super Smash Bros. 4 was announced alongside the Wii U at E3 2011. Moreover, unlike the latter two games, this is the first time since Super Smash Bros. Melee that a Smash Bros. Game was not announced years in advance, as Super Smash Bros. Brawl was announced in 2005 and revealed a year later. Super Smash Bros. 4 was announced in 2011 and revealed 2 years later, when they both released in 2008 and 2014, respectively. You feeling alright, Luke?
My stomach is not okay. It's just I'm feeling like it took me since taping up Fridays Blue Jays 95. I have some hiccups, and then afterwards I drank a whole lot of water, and my body is like, God help me out here with this whole hiccup difficulties, and I drank a whole lot of water, and that took me. I took a lot of dumps, and that I didn't feel right for this point.
I understand, Luke. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish. This is the first Smash Bros. Game to not feature the involvement of Satoru Iwata, as he passed away on July of 2015, bioduct cancer. And have no veteran characters since Melee, or having the characters cut since Melee. Have a planned simultaneously worldwide release. Have the announcer's English language voice actor unchanged, with Xander Mobus reprising his role in the Super Smash Bros. Game from Super Smash Bros. 4, which is really cool. Retain the Blast Line KO sound effect from the previous game. Feature unlockable characters and only one newcomer on the box art. Have all of its veterans announced prior to the launch at the same time. Have none of its newcomers as starter characters. Feature more unlockable characters than starter characters. Have more return stages. Have no unlockable stages. Third-party universe with more than one stage in the same game. Third-party universe with more than one character. Feature clones from third-party universe. Have an assist trophy character from an indie game. not introduce a new type of playable Pokemon, as both Fire and Dark were used in previous games, have a theme song in both English and Japanese, have the generic enemy, the piranha plant, to be playable, which is really cool, have the characters and stages ordered on the respective select screens by the order they were added into the series, with the exception of Mii Fighters and Echo Fighters, instead of being placed next to the characters of the same universe. Depict of all the original 8 fighters from the front cover of the box art entirely. Feature fewer total newcomers, including DLC, than its predecessor. Because of the size of the USK icon of the game's box art, the German version has a slightly different of said box art. Pikachu is moved upwards, Yoshi is completely missing, and the logo is off-centered. Oh, I gotta find my mouse. There we go. The Ultimate logo features the same curved line under the game title as Super Smash Bros. 4, though it's no longer hidden behind the series name. Ultimate's release date falls one day after the late Satoru Iwata's birthday, which is December 6th, which is also the release date of Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U in Japan. Ultimate is currently the only Smash Bros. Game to not feature collectible trophies since their introduction in Melee. This is the second game to feature hand-drawn artwork on the box art, with the first being the original Super Smash Bros. And it's also the second Smash Bros. Game to be rated E10 Plus by the ESRB. The first, that was Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U. This is the third Smash Bros. Game that's been rated 12 by PEGI. The first being Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and the second being Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U. Ultimate has the least amount of new universes introduced at launch, with only 2, Splatoon and Castlevania, beating Melee's 3, Ice Climber, Fire Emblem, and Game & Watch. And Smash Bros. Ultimate has the least amount of new stages, while not including DLC, with 7. And that's that on the Smash Bros. Game. So, Luke, gotta ask you, are you excited for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate when it comes out on December 7th?
Excuse me. I'm so excited for it, but I just want to say this, okay? It was exciting, but overall, it was a big amount to be... It was a big amount to be making excitement coming out in the bigger ranges, you know? Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So that's it on that. Now, we're gonna talk about Super Smash Bros. Game going gold. Then after that, we're gonna talk about the Google Picture Slate and why I really like this tablet. And it's just my opinions, Luke, based on what I'm gonna talk about tonight. So I hope this topic does not hurt your feelings in any way, shape, or form. Because it's something that I want to talk about on the stream for tonight.
Yeah, as of now, I wasn't feeling good for this whole point. Like, I'm sat down right now in this computer desk, and it took me and this time, which is why I wasn't feeling like doing this anymore at the time.
I understand.
I'm now getting ready to start feeling like I'm skinny at this point. At the moment, I'm losing some weight,
Well, yeah, that's a good thing, Luke. It's always a good thing to do that, but...
Yeah, because of that, as of future episodes of Vlog Weekly, Fix the Dicks, where Garrison had turned out the shirt off, well, I decided to do this the same way on some future Vlog Weekly episodes. Because I lost a lot of weight,
Speaking of Garrison and his outrageous little funniness, there was that one that I shared on Facebook. I don't know if I can find it or not. But it was so hilarious and so funny, and completely innuendo. And and yeah, he has that a little bit of innuendo inside of him, while he still works at a job, and I'm really happy that he has a job. So
Yeah, thank God he has a job.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that someday you will not see my. Well, hoping you will not see my booth, but this time, well, hoping that in the future episode of Vlog Weekly, you will see me without the shirt on, and not with and have me skinny this time around. You know, like a
Well, I
flat
don't have
stomach.
the screen pointing at you, Luke, because it's been on the thing the entire time. So.
Oh.
And you know what, guys? Before we continue on and talk about the Smash Brothers game going gold, I want to say first of all, if you guys haven't seen the video, because I recorded this in its entirely on StreamFlow 8. Now you guys are gonna see a watermark. But this was during Bid John's stream on, I believe, Tuesday is when he did this. Either Tuesday or Wednesday. I uploaded it on the 14th of November. When when Game J06 was streaming game shows on his channel and he was doing The Price is Right, I did not realize, as I was listening to music, I did not realize that Bid John's The Price is Right game said that that the game has chosen me to come on down. Now, this is something I would never imagine I'm coming down for on Bid John's Price is Right. So, and I did not see it happen because I didn't know what was going on. In fact, I'm glad I knew that I was a contestant, because if I wasn't, then Bid John would probably be upset at me because I didn't realize that I was called down as a contestant. But yes, I came down as the 4th contestant, and I was one of the first 4 contestants to be on The Price is Right. Yes, many of them, people on the chat room, they were cheating and stuff because they always overbid me by $1, and I got really well. Let's just say I wasn't really mad. I was just a little bit, I was just, not happy, and I was uptight with that because, they like to overbid somebody by $1, and they did that not once or twice, but they did it 3 times on me, and then the 4th time after the Showcase Showdown, I got my revenge, and I outbid this one dude by $50, and the actual price was like $6,600. So I outbid that guy by $50, and it was the pricing game I played was a grocery game where I could win $1 million. So this was a chance. Yeah, this was a chance for me to win $1 million, and the game was grocery game. So spoiler alert, if you guys don't want to be spoiled, if you haven't seen the video yet. So basically, what it is, you had to choose the items that should not exceed between $20 to $22 in order to win, but not exceed much. So I picked, out of the 5 items, I picked the hamburger buns. I chose 2 of them, and then the Dr. Scholl's, whatever, I think the foot gel, or whatnot, or whatever it was, I chose 1, and that was 13 something, and I did not win $1 million, sadly, but that did not matter because at least I won, and I won my first ever pricing game and my first ever game on Game J06's Twitch channel. And again, I have the video footage on Facebook. Now, you guys are gonna see that demo mode because it was made with ScreenFlow. I saved it with ScreenFlow. So until I buy ScreenFlow 8, you will not see this video on YouTube or any other platforms till I buy the software and get rid of that annoying watermark. So once I do that, then you guys are going to see this video in 2019 on YouTube and other platforms. But for now, it's on Facebook for you guys to enjoy. And it was the greatest night I've ever had in my life when I was been chosen to be coming on down for the contestant on Price is Right. And I played the game fairly, and I did really well. Even though I did not win and beat David in a Showcase Showdown because he beat me. I had like 15 or 30 cents and he beat me. But other than that, I was very supportive of Bid John. And it was like the greatest night of my life, and it was a privilege for me to not only to be picked on the Bid John's Price is Right, but giving me an opportunity to, to feel like to be in Bid John's stream, because I support this dude. He's a great streamer. In fact, he's streaming the game right now on Twitch. I'm not sure what he's streaming at the moment, but I'm sure he's streaming that marathon and whatnot. But this has been a great experience for me, and something I'm never gonna forget in my lifetime. And I just want to say a big shout out to Game J06, aka Bid John, and I want to say for all of us here at Vlog Weekly, Bid John, I want to wish you and your family the most deserving Thanksgiving coming your way next week, because you're definitely gonna need it, bud. And I just want to say you're an awesome dude. You all funny as heck. Keep doing what you're doing. And hopefully you break that goal of reaching 100,000 followers and achieving your dreams, achieving your goals. And I just want to say, Bid John, you are the man, and I want people to take you seriously. And if they can't take you seriously, then they have no place of being in the chat room and calling you names and all that other thing and hurting other people in the chat room. And that's why keeping it comfy is something you gotta keep it PG, and you gotta keep it under your skin and under your belt. So, like I said, Bid John, this is something that I just want to say. It's just been an honor to really go ahead and talk about. So just want to say, Bid John, it's been a great opportunity for me to come on down, to play the grocery game and winning my first, because I thought that I was going to end up losing my first ever pricing game on a first time ever being on Bid John's stream, where he mentioned me Weemits on the stream, which is my stage name, obviously. So it was a huge night and a big honor. This is gonna go down as one of the greatest moments ever in all my years, because this is, because like I said, I started my Twitch channel back in 2018 to Weemits Plum Television, and I just gotta say, it's just been an amazing experience. I'm glad that David beat me in the Showcase Showdown, but sadly, though, there was a double overbid in the $1 Million Spectacular, and that wasn't a way to end the stream on a sour note with the double overbid. But overall, all I gotta say, this was one of the greatest nights of my life, and I am never going to forget this, because it's one of those greatest moments that I can ever witness. And I got to say, my hat's off to you, Bid John, and again, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family to next week, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. It's been a lot of fun, and You have a special place in my heart, and thank you, Bid John. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. You are an amazing streamer, because you make us laugh, you make us cry, you make us do whatever, and talk Alexa, and do these funny jokes and stuff, so, but I thank you so much. So, it's been a great honor, and being a contestant for that game, so thank you so much. So anyway, Luke, first off, how did you feel about me being chosen to come on down on Bid John's stream?
I heard about it when that morning after you came on down, and I was like in shock. And I was like, okay. And then I haven't seen the video, but until I feel like watching, getting ready to be until Billy told me about this audition playing to Wheel of Fortune as an audition, which is great. I'll be feeling like heard about your video,
Yeah, and for me to win my first ever pricing game, that was achievement of its own kind. But yeah, it's great. It's been a great experience, nonetheless. So well, like I said, Luke, the video is on Facebook, so you're gonna see that annoying demo mode watermark because I don't have a full copy of the program, but I will get it in 2019 when I get it on the Mac App Store, because that's something I want to get too. And when I get Windows, I'm gonna probably get Action Recorder for Windows 10, or even Bandicam by Bandicam.com. Either one I'll be able to use to do this. The stuff that I do on ScreenFlow, I can do it on Windows, and then I can just choose whatever video editing software that works for me, and do it that way. So a lot of great possibilities for how I'm gonna do things. So that's always a bit positive. So again, it's on New Luke. It's on my Facebook. It's a 44+ minute. And again, I wanted to record it for you and everybody, because I know that this is a special thing for me.
Excuse me.
But anyway, so yeah, guys, I think we're gonna go over a little bit of 2 hours. Even though I want to end at 2 hours, but I still got one more to go over, and that's the Google Pixel Slate. We're gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna have Luke's thingamajig. Because he has a couple of topics he want to go over. And I think we'll play a quick game of Would You Rather, and then we can get on to the Alex Paris one that you want to do, Luke, and then to end it off with a all new top 10, because I'm really excited about the top 10 for tonight, which is something special in my heart for tonight's top 10.
Yeah. Okay. You one more topic. I'll just figure out what's gonna do with my 2 more topics coming our way on your Vlog Weekly episode.
Yeah. Thank God that was over. Nah,
Well, the reason why I had to come up with the thank God it was over with is because of that YouTube policy. That was a decision to make from YouTube. That's why.
Well, it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply about uploading that. What they really mean, Luke, is watching movies on YouTube. Watching a full length feature film for free. It's not the copyright kind of thing. It's still gonna be an issue on whatever video platform you decide to upload it on. But no, I mean, what it really means, Luke, about them doing the free movies and stuff is the feature length movies. That's what they were talking about.
Yeah, and some of my friends be like, "Yes, thank God it was free."
Free YouTube movies you can watch, but not to upload.
He wouldn't exist.
Oh, dang it!
Mute. Well, I got it muted. Oh my God. GameSpot and the advertisement. I had to turn off the ad. Shame on you, GameSpot. Okay, well, I'm not.
Shame on you, ad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go on the GameSpot, but, well, I mean, like I said, the copyright policy. Well, it's not gonna. Well, anyway, we're not gonna get into a heated argument about the copyright policy. But I just want to say I don't think it's not gonna go away, because we gotta treat the video platforms like it's because it's great for everybody to upload stuff that they want to upload on YouTube, but it's like I said, I mean, it's just something. But yeah, so we're not gonna get into the whole YouTube thing, but just like I said, no matter what video platform you use, you still have to understand about the copyright policies, because that's a growing problem with the whole video. What can you do with your videos? What can't you do with videos? And I know it's something that nobody really likes, but they really have to understand about this whole idea. So anyway, yeah, I don't really know what like I said, so I won't go on the GameSpot anymore because of that stupid ad. You know what I should have done? I should have muted the tab. So that's what I should have done, is muted the tab.
You should have done muting the tab.
Yeah, that's what I should have done. But yeah, so YouTube have free movies and really cool. And but this does not mean copyright policy. Does not mean that.
Okay.
Alright, so anyway, one more topic to go, and then you would go to Luke, and then we'll play a quick game of Would You Rather. So let's go ahead and talk about the Google Pixel Slate, and this is a main competitor to Apple's iPad Pro 11-inch and 12.9-inch. So again, this is a big competitor to the iPad Pro. Okay, so the frame rate is staying steady at 30, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we go ahead and go over to the screen sharing mode. Turn this on so everybody can hear you, Luke.
Yeah, still.
Okay. So anyway, guys, what you guys are seeing right now is the Google Pixel Slate.
Good.
So it says, introducing the Google Pixel Slate. Buy a Pixel Slate and enjoy 3 months of YouTube TV on us. Again, you get 3 free months of YouTube TV with the purchase of Google Pixel Slate. Why are they giving you 3 months for free? Because this tablet, which runs Chrome OS, and it has Android apps, you can be able to watch YouTube, live TV on YouTube TV, without any restrictions, of course, because it is a Google product, and so that's what's neat about it. So that is that. So you get so like I said, if you buy a Pixel Slate, you will get 3 months of YouTube TV on Google. So you get 3 months free on Google. You would choose, Luke. Let your entertainment. Yeah. Okay. Let's go down. Go down. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. It's just showing you what the tablet can do. I'll read that when I go off. When the screen goes off. Take your work offline, multitask and collaborate like a pro, a powerful desktop experience, and long-lasting battery rechargeable. That's fast recharge, I should say.
Yeah.
So work offline with Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides. Even read and respond to Gmail offline. The next time you're online, your emails will be sent automatically. Multitask and collaborate like a pro with split screen functionality. Collaborate with the Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides. A powerful desktop experience. Connect your monitor, mouse, keyboard, and turn your Pixel Slate into a powerful workstation. Now that's something that a lot of people are kind of not liking about the iPad Pro. Because it doesn't have the whole desktop experience yet, because iPad Pro has iOS 12, and everybody likes the iOS 12, and yes, it's the most advanced out there, but what if somebody wants to browse the web for real, like a real web browser instead of wanting a mobile website of it? Well, this one, you get the whole experience with the desktop. And I think this is why I think this Pixel Slate. Now I know this is gonna hurt your feelings in a way, but I'm not gonna try to. But I think the Pixel Slate is gonna be a great little computer tablet. To be a desktop performance. To have that desktop experience that you want out of a Chromebook into a tablet form. So having that and the ability of having Android apps is a win-win combination, and I think it works really well with the Pixel Slate, which is just fascinating. Security made simple. Touch to start with Pixel Imprint. Automatic updates hassle-free, which is really nice. Something I love about Chromebooks. Stronger password protection, which is always a huge plus for that. The Pixel Slate made Google do it. Ask questions and reminders, play music, control your home, and more. Launch the Google Assistant, or just say, "Hey Google." So there you go. So that's the that on the tablet. designed to reduce distractions. And I tell you guys, isn't that not the best screen you have ever seen? That is really nice. Now, it does have some bezels, but at least it's not as big as you would get on the Microsoft Surface Go tablet per se. But it does have bezels, because if you don't have a bezel, then you can't rest your thumb on a tablet like this, and then your thumb's gonna accidentally hit the screen, and then it's gonna have the wobbly effect, and then it's gonna go haywire on you. So yeah, they have to have bezels at some point, but it's really, I mean, at least the bezels are not as a big a nuisance. So the nightlight sets your screen to display warmer tones and limit harsh blue light, so you can sleep well when you are ready to go to bed. Do not disturb or DND. Silence and hide notifications to focus on what matters the most. And that's a big feature too on the DND. See, you can put it in the whole tablet mode like this. Work anytime, anywhere with the new Pixel Slate keyboard. And this keyboard is rather expensive. And whoa, okay, I pressed the wrong button. Anyway, so that is the keyboard that you have to buy separately, and this is a really nice keyboard. And
Okay.
oh, okay, I went up. I gotta go down. A Stroke of Genius, now in midnight blue. Just press and hold the Pixelbook pen's button, then circle images or text in your Pixel Slate. It's a fast, smart way to get answers and help with tasks. The Pixel 3 XL is perfect with the Pixel Slate, which is really nice. Or if you got a Google Home Mini, that goes well with this too. So if you have the Pixel 3 XL or the Google Home Mini, it's gonna work fine, and it's gonna work flawlessly with the Pixel Slate. So here's some of the accessories they have. Now, if there's one thing I'm kind of critical about the Pixel Slate, just like the iPad Pro, is some of the accessories can get rather expensive. The keyboard, for example, $199. That's the same price as what Apple's charging for the one on the 12.9-inch one, which is too much money. I mean, it's just ridiculous. The Pixelbook pen, which is going to cost you $99. What's the other ones do they have? They got the Google Home. Oh no, they got the Google Wi-Fi. They got a Chromecast for $35, which is awesome. The Pixel 3, awesome. Yeah, and that is the Google Pixel Slate, and there's the movies and stuff that you can get on Google Play, and all that glory of fun. So let me switch back to the scene. And I'm going to read what it says on here, in case, because I really want to be careful I don't show the copyrighted material. Molecular display for the sharpest picture. Experience the 12.3-inch monocular display with 1 million pixels, plus enjoy premium dual-front fire speakers. Take games and movies with you, which is an awesome thing about this. And you see, look, this is my favorite thing about the Pixel Slate, and that is being able to play Android games on this thing. That's something we have never seen on a Google device. Chromebook. Take the power of the Chromebook, take what you know and love of the Chromebook, and combine the Google Play apps that you get on your mobile phone or tablet, and make it into the best of both worlds. And that's what we got with the Pixel Slate. So that means you can enjoy entertainment offline, and that's what this tablet is all about. And that's having entertainment with you offline. So even if you don't have an internet connection, you can take your games and movies with you, and you can do it without even needing to have internet. And that's what this is excellent for. Because a lot of people did not like the Chromebook because you had to be online, to try to, do some tasks. But they understand that you don't have an internet connection, so they really want you to use the Chromebook any way, shape, or form. And I think the Pixel Slate together, by being able to play Android games, I gotta say this is a revolutionary for Google, because you can now play the great Android games you can play on it, like Asphalt 8 or Asphalt 9, even the new Modern game and all that other stuff. So, yeah, you can play games on this thing. Yes, you can play games on a Pixel Slate because it runs Chrome OS. And that's something that nobody has seen before, and that is, oh my god, a Chrome OS is an operating system, and now you have Android apps on this thing. I'm like, oh my god, it's a miracle. I mean, why has Apple not figured this out yet? How come Apple has not find a way to make, to have Mac OS and iOS combine into one and making a whole desktop experience on a Mac OS, and have something of iOS, and you get the best of both. And you guys are wondering, when is Apple going to do this? I don't know yet. I really don't know yet, but that's something we're going to have to find out, because that's something why people are not really liking of the new iPad Pro, and why they're not liking iOS 12 so much, and why they like having why Pixel Slate is going to be a good tablet to do your entertainment, your gaming, and all that other stuff. And this is a big thing, and I think this is the big selling point of the Pixel Slate, and that is being able to play Android games on this thing, be able to watch movies that you buy on Google Play, TV and Movies app, and just having the entertainment, having the entertainment with you is a crucial point of the tablet. And that's a very important idea for when it comes to tablets. You guys know that you gotta have this on a tablet, because if you don't, then you're gonna miss out, and you're not gonna experience it like you would with any other tablet. So that's my advice on this whole agenda. Stay connected with dual cam. The dual cam wide angle lens helps you get everyone in one shot and look great even in low light. So that is the Google Pixel Slate, and I'm telling you guys, I really, really like it. I like the screen. I like the fact that it has Chrome OS 70, and that means you have the best of both worlds, having Android apps on a Chrome OS operating system, that you can have the real deal web browser, the Google Chrome web browser, and having full Android support. This is like a married couple come true. It's like a hybrid between an operating system that you want on a Chromebook with the flexibility of having Android apps. This is the best of both worlds, and that's something Apple has not even done. I mean, and unlike the iPad Pro, the Pixel Slate, you can hook up a keyboard on the iPad Pro, but what you will not get on an iPad Pro, but you will get on Android and the Pixel Slate, is mouse support, so you can move the little arrow around. So that's something you can do on the Chromebook / tablet. Can you do it on the iPad Pro? No, you can't.
You can't. No.
And that stinks, but that's something Steve Jobs did not want of the iPad. They did not want to have a stylus. They did not want to have the arrow cursor. And that's what many people really want. They really want having a arrow pointer. Because if you're going to sell the iPad Pro and market it as a computer alternative, and it can replace your computer, it's close but no cigar. They keep trying and trying and trying, but at the same time, they keep failing on what they like I said, and that is, can this really replace your computer? Well, they're still trying to figure it out, because in order for it to replace a computer, you have to have these things. You have to have a mouse arrow, to point, point and click on an arrow, and then you click on things. That's, now, I wouldn't call this a computer killer, because everybody's still going to use a MacBook. They're going to use a Surface tablet. They're going to use that as their primary device. So in order to use the mouse and have the arrow, then yeah, that's something we want out of an iPad. Because I know Steve did not really want this from the very beginning of when the iPad was first born, and I hope we can see that in iOS 13. But as of right now, you can't use a mouse, so you can't point things, and that's what's missing about the iPad, and that's no mouse support, meaning that you can't use a trackpad and you can't move the mouse around. We like that functionality. We like that on Macs. We like it on PCs, and we like it on Chromebooks and tablets. On Android. But why do we not have it on an iPad? I mean, is this something Apple is not going to ever do? That's something, because like I said, if they add that feature, then I can say it's going to be a computer replacement. But as of right now, it's really not, because we don't have that arrow thing to where you point and to click things. Instead of getting the screen all dirty and nasty and smudges and fingerprints and all that gross stuff, you have to do that, and you have no way of getting the screen, making it perfectly flawless. So you just have to tap, 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 and drag, and this, drag that. Well, where's the simplicity of using a mouse like a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse? Well, using a Bluetooth mouse and just click, and have that same macOS, brain that we love about the macOS. I like macOS. Luke likes macOS.
Yeah,
and,
especially because 2014, I use the Mac OS.
So you see, where's the functionality out of that? where is that? I mean, so if I have to say, that's a huge plus for me, and that is having the arrow thing on the Pixel Slate. So what you can do on the Pixel Slate that you can't do on an iPad Pro, you can use Bluetooth mouse. You can use the trackpad. You can use it to move the arrow around to get through the operating system, because it has Chrome OS built in and it has Android apps. So what that means, yes, you can still use touch, but if you want to open up Android apps, you don't have to tap with the finger. You can just use the mouse and click on it, and bam, the app's run, and you can play it on your Chromebook, and that is a nice feature. That's something you can't do on an iPad Pro, and I know that's a big complaint to everybody. Everybody really still wants this, and that's why that's why it's not a truly computer replacement, because it's really not. It's to be there for you in case if you have your Mac turned off for any reason, but you want to take your iPad with you if you want to do a lot of typing, or if you're an artist, then that's something I can see out of that. But the point is, we still want a mouse. We still want to be able to, to go through iOS 12, because I like iOS. iOS is a great operating system, but if it doesn't have that mouse arrow, then it's not really a computer replacement. And where is the apps like Final Cut Pro? Where's Logic Pro? But I'm sure you can use some programs to do your podcast and all that other stuff, but people who are filmmakers and they want to edit gameplay, for example, for a Let's Play, they can't do it on an iPad Pro. They have to do it on a Mac, because the Mac has those functionalities, not the iPad. And that's what stinks about it. And I think that's what they need to do with the new version. And I think we're going to talk about this too on episode 97, because I think I know what I wanted to talk about on this episode, but I don't think we're going to have enough time to talk about it. But I think we're going to move it over to episode 97, and we're going to talk about the key things I want to see in iOS 13. So I can give you all a preview that, yes, having a mouse support is going to be the first thing. My second thing, you're going to have to wait and find out what I have to say on the next week's episode of World Weekly, or the next episode of World Weekly. So we're going to go into that into detail in that particular time. So Luke, what are you going to say about iOS and what they need to improve, and what do you think they need to, what do you want to see them, to improve on iOS? What kind of features do you want to see in an iOS that we don't have right now?
We don't have a mouse.
Yeah, exactly.
And things like that, because years ago, I had Final Cut Pro X on my Mac, and now we don't have it on my iPad,
Well, here's the thing, Luke. I think it would run on an iPad Pro per se. It probably won't work as well as the iPad Mini. I think it would probably work just fine on an iPad Pro, because that's what iPad Pro is about. It's about, creativity, being an artist, and getting things done in a way. That's what the iPad Pro is meant to be.
That's good. That's good.
So, but like I said, so we're gonna go over that in detail on episode number 97, and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys are enjoying today's episode of Lord Weekly. Yeah, guys, we were gonna end it at 2 hours, but I figured let's do it a little bit, because it is 5:15 or 6:15. 6:15. Okay, so we're gonna be wrapping up here for you all, because we got a new top 10 coming up. And I got my you know what, I forgot to do my mini review. So I'm gonna do that as well. But I'm gonna wait until the last second. So Luke, that's all the topics I have for this episode of Vlog Weekly, and I'll have my mini review of Christopher Robin coming your way momentarily. So Luke, so let's go over to you, Luke, with some basic news and topics you want to go over for today's episode of Vlog Weekly. So Luke, go ahead and take it away. That's all the topics I have for today's episode. So Luke, go ahead.
I just recently wanted to show you this poster that I have. Wow! An AC/DC poster from that was replacing Aunt Judy's poster. Oh, nobody can see the poster. Okay. Okay. An AC/DC poster. Now, last Saturday we decorated. We put it all here so that way it'd be more exciting, and then that way we can have more time to frame the poster into this frame, and that way I can make it more unique, and put Aunt Judy's poster there, and then that way it'd be more better, And it would be better if I can put it right there, put Aunt Judy's picture draw right there. That was right there. That would be more huge, for us to know and everything. And of course, it'd be more better if I can do it anyway. But lots more difference. But things just me. And as far as the next topic is concerned, I got to show you one thing via screen sharing, because Billy told me about this earlier this week. And I'll show you it now. It's about Wheel of Fortune looking for contestants in Savannah. It's coming tomorrow and Sunday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. To find contestants for this long-running television game show, Wheel of Fortune. From the mall's website, however, the street address. In fact, no. It's gonna be coming, but you're not. It's a good thing, but you're not an actual contestant on Wheel of Fortune if you work for or relate for anyone who's Sony Pictures Entertainment Incorporated and Sony Pictures Television Incorporated, Sony Electronics Incorporated, and so on, because they are on WSLV, however, to be part of Wheel and Jeopardy. They done that because they wanted to do it anyway. You're not eligible to have you appear on any version of Wheel of Fortune, including the daytime versions hosted by Pat Sajak, Chuck Worry, Bob Guion, and Wolf Speed. I cannot pronounce the names. including Teen Week and Wheel 2000s, you know. But then there was another thing that there was something big. Yeah. When the show begins, our Will host will pick applications of random from the drum or call permissions up to the stage in group of 5 to play the game. On stage, you'll play a brief interview of each contestant and play a number version of Wheel of Fortune Speed Round. Each person will come up to the stage, be eligible as a partial contestant for the show. At the end of the puzzle, all the contestants on stage will be awarded a prize. Wheel of Fortune has hats, t-shirts, the duffel bags are just some of the stuff you might win. Which I'm not going to have time for that, but whatever. Wheel of Fortune is looking for game players, which is I'm one of them, who are eligible, ambitious, and fun, which is arbitrary to shine. Just show us what you got. And that's all. And that's one of the topics I was talking about. Before I go, I have another topic I want to talk about, and that is, of course, what's going to be happening to Vimeo this upcoming December. I know I talked about this earlier on Vlog Weekly, but, however, I wanted to say this, okay? I do have to mention that I already talked about this on Friday's Lujays Story 5 as well. However, I have other things. I have like almost there to 650 videos here on Vimeo. That was great news, everyone. But of course, I have to manage to myself, why the hell not do Elsh React episodes from the startup wide? And I figured, why the hell not? So these are the cases I have to do coming soon. Let's say, for example, I haven't done this in a while, so episodes 271 to 274 soon. Creative Times, I already checked it off my list. That's coming to Vimeo. The double episode coming to Vimeo as a rerun. But I'm also going to plan on making bedtime stories as a rerun coming November 25th. But on November 30th, we're going to do the tragic story 1 year later. That's how I did for Vimeo's shutdown recovery. And 3 new shows are coming on November 30th as well. December 7th is going to be Elgin React. There are going to be 11 episodes there, plus the two more shows coming on that following Friday. Excuse me. Plus December 14th had to be 5 new shows of Elgin React, and Friday's Lujays Story 5, and of course 5 episodes of Elgin React, and this is going to be the biggest one of all, the marathon, coming December 25th. But I got some good news, though. Pretty soon, Vimeo is going to be uploading most of my Vimeo videos coming sometime in the Christmas time, sometime in the winter form. That's to be big. And I hope you get ready to be excited. It's coming in December through February. So you excited about that? So be prepared, guys. And that being said, one more topic and I'll be done for the rest of the topic. And that is, of course, LJP Spin Reacts. And I haven't talked about this topic, and that's one of the segments I will talk about in the thing. If you haven't saw my LJP Reacts episodes back in 2016 through the present, you know what I'm talking about. One of the big changes of L4GS TV year for GSTV. Here it is. Enjoy.
Good afternoon, my name is. Today is November 9th, 2018. On great days around the corner and weeks. Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? A lot of people, but look into that with Thanksgiving. In this video, I'm going to be talking about big changes 2019 here for GSTV. If you haven't heard, watch my 9th anniversary. I previously said big changes to TV.
Okay.
Explain those once again. So,
Okay.
that's all said. Let's get down to the list, shall we?
This one.
First off, if you haven't heard by now, the extravaganza channel slogan now reverted back to your master channel.
Wow.
The reason why I changed it, it's been on iconic 9 years. I changed it to the extravaganza channel. So I have a channel is thinking about it. I decided to switch back to your channel. So
Yeah, still.
there you have it. Channel GSTV. Okay, the second big change to GSTV is y'all right now. No more is a full-time game show host on L4 GSTV once again.
Good.
My time game show host here once again is because ever since he came back to Megas, he's received fans of the white community, and he's been an iconic game show host for GSTV. Spent all the way to the Mega Spin, and I really miss him hosting shows, and he misses too. So he asked me if he could be a game show host once again, and I said we would love to have you as a game show host. Robert's the host of the Mega Spin once again. Me and Robert are the main hosts, and the Christian as the.
That's good.
Next on the list is that 2 of my game shows on tired. That will be Lucky Numbers and the Hidden Envelope.
Wow.
Reason why I'm tired because I have not been keeping track of those game shows. There wasn't enough interest to that. Like, for example, Lucky Numbers. It was an actual TV show, and spinning the wheel 15 times to get your numbers, it's just boring. It looks good and scary, but it's just like watching paint dry.
So.
And it's impossible on a brand that way.
Still.
So that's one of the reasons. Hidden Envelope, the only main reason is lack of them.
Still.
The other, like I said, I wasn't really interested in them because if you've noticed on game shows, Sharks and the Megaspin are 2 very popular shows. They've been getting 2 shows. So I'm keeping all of those game shows. Those 2 game shows will be replaced by 2 new game shows, which you'll find out in January.
Wow.
A month before game shows. And speaking of game shows and other videos, starting right now, all the videos on game shows, maybe gameplay, they'll be filmed non-workday or weekend because a good creator needs time to film and edit the videos on days you have to work so that he can deliver fresh, quality, good content. And when you have great quality content, and if it's not rushed, you're going to deliver a lot more fans that like it. When you have rushed production, they're not going to like your videos unless you know what you're doing, because poor content equals less subscribers. You don't want to do that. So starting now, you won't see me uploading more frequent videos because right now I'm going to be focused on reorganizing my YouTube channel, which is the other big change to LGS. organizing my YouTube channel is videos that have copywritten music, for example, like my 2013 edition of the Mega Spin, and some of the on the road copyrighted music. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna download those videos, YouTube downloader, or any other video download. Once I get those downloaded, I'm gonna save the original video onto a thumb drive or a hard drive. Say a thumb drive. Then what I'm gonna do, re-edit the videos, either put royalty-free music or cut out the copyright part, and then delete the original video, and then re-upload it to my channel. Because you don't want to use copyrighted music on YouTube. Let's say you're monetized, make money off of that. So don't worry, those videos are re-edited.
Yeah.
And of course, there will still be some videos with copyrighted music will still be uploaded on the channel. I'm going to leave some of the Mariposa movies, the fourth and the third. Okay, another big change. You recently new premiere feature, which is like a live stream. It's a regular upload, but you're interacting with your fans while the video is being shown.
Wow.
So most of my videos on game shows, my TV shows, the movies, and maybe long update videos be uploaded near because it actually has increased my view count and subscribers. And I get fans then. I really like interacting with fans, and my view count is increased. And finally, on the side, I forgot about my game shows now a couple of weeks. So that way I can have episodes in and not have the deadline nearing. It's like 3 days to go. Upload, not have to rush about it. A good creator always films his videos in advance so he doesn't have to nearing deadline. So starting this month, filming game show videos in advance and premiering this. Find out what those 2 game shows are in January. Can you take a guess what game shows are? Post your guesses in the comments. So there you have it. The big changes for 2019 year TV. Thank you all for the video. If you'd like to see more of my awesome videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Notification bell uploads on my channel. And don't forget to like our page. You all stay classy, and just to let y'all channel not as frequent. YouTube channel.
Yeah, so.
My YouTube channel and maybe I might do game show. So once again, thank you for the video. Stay classy, and I'll see you all next. Good night, everybody.
So what do you think about this video? It was amazing so far. This video was a brief success, and it was an exciting big time. One of my comments say Super Wheel of Fortune is gonna be big. He forgot to mention Instagram. Says by Kitchen Time LB. Yeah, I was right about Super Wheel of Fortune. You know, that's one of my guesses, by the way. And that's basically it, my topics. Now over to you, Branden, on what you average top 10.
Well, we're actually going to do that in just a bit, Luke, because I'm trying to find a thing here on Facebook. I think I have it saved because I want you to see this, and I want everybody to see this too. I sent you the link on it on your thing.
Hang on one moment.
Yeah, sure.
Let me open up Facebook and get the vlog weekly. Oh my god, hang on. Alex Bois said something.
Yeah, it's a thing about Garrison and stuff. I don't know if I shared it with you. But if I did, it's really funny.
Two friends are independent.
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm pausing it. Sorry. I'm gonna mute this because of copyright. Not copyright, but I was watching video.
Thanks. Well, it's from Jiffy. Is this it? Yes. Okay, I gotta copy the link and I gotta send this to you on Discord, cause I'm telling you, Luke, you are gonna see this and you really gonna flip out on this.
Okay. Let me see.
Alright, so let me go ahead and I'm gonna. Okay, so we've been live for 2 hours. So you see, Luke, I still got 12 drop frames. So far, Luke, this show's been doing really well tonight. Especially because I still can't get over the fact about what happened on episode 107 of Take Your Pick live. But Luke, again, things happen, and so far tonight, this show has been doing smoothly and doing really good. So I'm very happy about that. But yeah, we're gonna do a quick game of Would You Rather, and then I have my mini review of Christopher Robin, and then we're gonna end it. So anyway, guys, I think we're not gonna end it at 2 hours, so we're probably gonna end it at the same time that we normally did on Vlog Weekly number 95. But you know what, guys, I'm enjoying myself tonight, so. So it's not like I have to hurry and stuff. It's just, I can just still take my time and do all the other stuff. Anyway, Luke, alright, well, anyway, I'm gonna
I heard about that!
Yeah, it is hilarious. It is funny. Funny. I'm gonna share this with everybody. Let me go on the messenger and see if I can copy the link, if I can. Because before we play a quick game of Would You Rather, if this thing's gonna load on me, if it's not, then I'm gonna get really angry and I'll take it out like a grumpy monster from the evil. Oh, I don't know. Who's that one guy who's all grumpy and just I don't know. But, yeah, so, yeah, it's Grumpy the Dinosaur. How about that? No, just kidding. Hey, buddy, this is Grumpy the Dinosaur, and I want to say that you guys suck. I don't care. I live in the dinosaur age to when everything was all cool and mighty, but all that other stuff, it's just a crap. It's just a crap cola. And it's like Mario. We haven't even heard of Mario. Mario did not even exist. Because that was Nintendo days. This is the Stone Age of the Dinosaur Age. And we're cool. We're like, we didn't have no cool kids. There was no such thing as the cool kids. It was all about the drama. It was all about all the cool things, and on Earth, and on God, and there was no Elvis Presley, there was no Elton John, there was nothing like that. There was absolutely nothing. Heck, we didn't even have no AC/DC, no nothing. It was just back in the Stone Age, the Dinosaur Age, however you want to announce. It's the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and we're living into the Dinosaur Age of what it is, and making you guys laugh, and that is Mr. Bucket. Well, he wasn't here because he wasn't even involved in the dinosaur age. And that's all I got to say, baby. Ho, 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 yeah.
Grumpy the Dinosaur.
That's gonna be my third character, Luke, behind Barney and Mr. Bucket. So, and he made his appearance tonight. So, Grumpy the Dinosaur is my third character. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Barney, Sean, and
Barney, Mr. Bucket, and now Grumpy the Dinosaur. Absolutely.
You got one of these four. Yep.
Yeah. Mr. Sneezeball goes to town. More like Cool Cat poops on himself, or Cool Cat eats his own diarrhea. I don't know, but
I don't know either.
But who cares? Who cares about Cool Cat? Anyway. But what we can't care about is how funny this video is. I want to share with you guys right now. So take a look on the YouTube monitor.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, It's like he lost something. Let's play. Oh man.
Oh
So
God, help
funny.
me.
Oh my god. Just imagine if I was to download this and have it for everybody to see. What would it be neat if we had a BRB kind of thing?
Oh God, help me.
This is a web media video. Okay. Yeah, so it's a WebM format. But yeah, so we're gonna do it one more time. Here it is. Yeah, Jefferson was like, "I'm fine. I have tantrum. Jerome, if you don't shut up this minute, I'm gonna break this computer in half, and I'm gonna." Just imagine what would
God, help
happen
me.
about that. Yeah. Just imagine that, my friends. Just imagine that. Alright. Here it is one more time. I can't take this crap anymore. Ah! Oh my god, I need to get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. We must get to the chopper, baby. We must get to the chopper. I repeat, we must get it to the chopper. I can't take it anymore of this crap. Alright, now, would you rather?
Yeah, now would you rather? Yep.
That was funny. And then coming up, guys, is the mini review of Christopher Robin, and then our top 10, and we will be done for tonight.
Yep. Still. Wait. What about top 10?
Yeah, top 10's coming up too. Okay, where the heck is it? Would you rather? Would you rather? Where the heck is it, man? I can't find would you rather. I mean, for Christ's sakes, man, I can't find it.
Come on now. Seriously.
It's just like I can't find it, and it's pulling my leg for some reason.
Oh, I'll be right back.
I actually don't remember what site it was. I guess we'll do this. We'll play this. All right. So, anyway, when Luke comes back, everybody, we're gonna have some. We're gonna do 10 questions of Would You Rather out of the 100, and then we'll do the other one next week. So when Luke gets back, a couple of reminders, everybody. Coming up tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time is an all new episode of Take Your Pit Live. That's going to be hosted by me and Chris Kennedy, the co-host, and Luke Jeffers will be coming in, and he is back. So that's it on that particular side of things. The other thing, guys, well, stay tuned for an all new Henry Meets Plum coming your way tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time on FB Live. And so now, Luke, now that you're back, let's go ahead and play a quick Would You Rather. So we're going to do 10 questions, and this time we're not going to do the one that we normally do on the website. I kind of forgot what site it is. So we're going to do it on this other site. So let's go ahead and, like I said, we're going to do 10 questions tonight, and then we are going to move on to the mini review of Christopher Robin. So, Luke, are you ready to go?
Yay!
Alright, so here we go. Questions are a good way to get to know people and provoke interesting conversation. Here are 100 that are sure to add spark to any social gathering. So, without further ado, here is question number 1. Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go to the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren?
I will go in the future and meet great-great-grandchildren. I don't know.
Well, for me, I would probably. This is a tough one. I would probably do. I would rather go to the past and meet my ancestors. If I had any, that's great. If not, well, too bad. So I'll go with that. All right, number 2. Hang on a minute. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to find YouTube on here. Screw it. Alright. Would you rather have more time or have more money?
More time for me.
Well, I would have to pick both, but if I had to choose one, probably more money. Absolutely. So number 3, would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button on your life?
Either one, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of a toughie. Well, for me, I would like the rewind time to fit to fit some of the stuff that happened in 2014. I don't know. It's a toughie. I'm gonna probably say to rewind. Have a rewind button. I would like to have a pause button. Absolutely. All right, number 4. Would you rather be able to talk with the animals or speak all foreign languages?
Animals would be good, but 4 languages, yeah. No.
Well, for me, I would have to say. Okay, hang on. For me, I would have to say talk with the animals. I would really like that a lot. All right, number 5. Would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long?
Live twice as long for me.
Probably for me, win the lottery. Number 6. Would you feel worse if no one showed up in your wedding or to your funeral?
Wedding for me.
I'll say funeral. Now, this might be a toughie for you, Luke, but we'll see. Number 7. Would you rather be without internet for a week or without your phone?
Internet for a week, which is stupid, but I'll pick the phone.
Internet for me. Would you rather meet George Washington or the current president that we have right now?
We'll be doing the friggin' Trump, which is current president. I'll go with either one. It's toughy.
I'll go with George Washington. Alright, 2 more questions. Would you rather lose your vision or your hearing?
No idea. Either one. I don't even want to know.
Probably my hearing. I want to be able to see great vision, so probably my hearing, because I would. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be great either way, because number 1, I like to listen to music loud enough on the headphones, and that's probably why I don't hear that well. Losing my vision, that's something I definitely don't want, because I've seen people go blind. I've seen people wear glasses, to where they work at a factory that does wiring and have spots and all, and have your eyes messed up and wearing glasses. So I would rather, like I said, it's just the most painful. I think we're gonna do number 11 in 97, because I think we're gonna get back into that, and hopefully this would be a question of the would you rather. Excuse me. So anyway, the last question is: would you rather work more hours per day, but fewer days, or work fewer hours per day but more days?
Few hours per day, but more days. Just for me.
I would say work more hours per day. I don't necessarily think about fewer days. I really want to work more hours, because that's how Weir 1's all about. Because Weir 1 is about pioneering and really delivering on the promise, because entertainment's been something to me for Weir 1, and that's always been a huge thing for me. So that's probably would be on that. So we are gonna do number 11 to.
Thank you.
Okay, so when we get enough time, I think we're gonna probably do this first, Luke, on episode 97. So I think what we're gonna do on the next show of Vlog Weekly, I think we're gonna do this game first, and get that out of the way, because it's something that I like to do on Vlog Weekly, and that's to have fun and entertaining and do all this amazing thing. So until we do that, everybody, on episode number 97. Here's the question you guys will have to decide, and we will have that much time to talk to discuss on what we're going to choose as this one. Now this should be an easy one for me. but I'm gonna have more time into it. So number 11, when we get to it on Vlog Weekly number 97, would you rather listen to music from the 70s or music from today? And that's something we're gonna answer on Vlog Weekly number 97. So that's gonna be a cliffhanger for right now, buddy. But again, we'll get back into that on episode number 97. So that was fun, Luke. That was a fun would you rather. Really, really fun. Would you say so?
It was fun, yeah. As I'm eating dinner right now, it's pizza.
Pizza, 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 pizza. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna open up Word, and I am gonna get this saved, and then we'll get on to the next. Alright, so my last thing I want to go over, guys, and then our top 10, and then that's gonna be a wrap of the show, because we're gonna have to end it very soon, because I got to be at Will One Studios tonight at 8, from 8 to 10 p.m., so we're gonna have to end it here quite shortly. So here's my mini review, everybody, of Christopher Robin. This is the 2018 movie that I watched over the weekend, and oh my god, guys, let me tell you, this movie is freaking awesome. It is, I'm telling you, I am speechless to death about this, and it is freaking awesome, and I really dig it quite a bit. And if you guys don't, well, like I said, it's not, there's not gonna be any spoilers and anything like that. But yeah. So, what do I got to say about this film? This film has the charm. It has, it has that Disney, that legendary Disney magic that's put on all the Disney films, with the exception of others. But this movie has the magic, has the charm. It has the characters from the 100 Acre Woods, and this is truly a magical movie that's made into our own kind. And Jerome given this movie an A-, not an A+, and that kind of saddens me because I freaking really love this movie. So, and I just gotta say, seeing Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, and all of them, to come alive is what makes this movie such a unique thing about Christopher Robin. It has the passion, it has the story, it has everything you want in a movie like this. And to me, as a Disney guy, you guys know that I take this very seriously. But ever since then, this is a movie that I can say that this is probably the best movie I have seen this year. The Incredibles 2 is up there. The Incredibles 2 is freaking amazing. I think it's better than the first one, my own opinion. But I like both of them. The second one just has that going for, and it's actually the first Disney Pixar movie to have a cuss word, like the D word and the H word. So it's one of the first Pixar Disney movies, to my knowledge, that has profanity in it, and that's something you don't normally see in a Disney movie, but it does have language in it, and that's typical for a movie like this. That's a PG rating. This movie, on the other end, is rated PG, but it only has some action, which and the war sequence, for example. So that's something in there too, and of course, Garrison is losing his bananas because I'm looking at him dancing like it's 19 something something. So yeah, so that's Garrison all wired up and crazy. I love that GIF video. It's so funny. But anyway, back to the topic in hand. But like I said, it's just, how incredible it is to really get that into all people's hearts, and just to say that Christopher Robin is without a doubt a movie that's magical. Again, from the 100 Acre Woods, and seeing these characters come to life in a Weird World live action is what make this movie possible. And I think it's an incredible thing about this movie. And Luke, you can chime in on your thoughts about Christopher Robin, because this is an incredible movie from start to finish. I love this movie. I think it's a masterpiece of Disney because I'm a huge Winnie the Pooh kind of person. I love Winnie the Pooh, the characters. I love everything about it, and this movie is magical in the hearts of everybody who love Winnie the Pooh. So, on the plus side, it's funny. It gets emotional at some points in the film, but I think that the strengths really do outweigh the weaknesses of the film. But I think I think a huge pull for me would have to be again, it's funny and it gets emotion in some scenes. The second is seeing these characters come to life in a CGI animated in the real world is really well done. It's just telling the story of Christopher Robin, from being a boy to now an adult, working and trying to, figure out how he can do something before the thing goes out of business and all that other thing. So I think it captures it very, very well. And there were some scenes that I really loved that has a touching moment inside of me. And Winnie and Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, it's just you got the best of both. You got two lovable characters. They really love each other. They have a heart-minded in their hearts. They really love each other, and they really hold on to each of the hands, and it really makes it into into the greatness that is the film of Christopher Robin and Piglet and Pooh are like brother, and they're like brothers, if you want to say. They're just great, and holding on to a friend's hand is what makes the film so magical. And I'm telling you, it's one of these pinnacle moments that that this movie is a charming movie, and it just has that greatness inside that that it just hits you like a ton of bricks, but it just works in every way, shape, or form. And this movie really does it, and it does it so well to the point that I have nothing to say bad about the movie. So as far as cons are concerned about the movie, it's hard for me to explain about the cons because there's really no cons I have to say about the movie. And I think another big pro is the music. The music's really well done. And hearing Jim Cummins sing, hearing everybody sing on the Christopher Robin soundtrack that you can get on Spotify and Apple Music and iTunes and Amazon and all that other stuff. The soundtrack really makes a difference. It has that nice, oh man, it's hard to describe how good the music is. The music is really, really good. I love the music. Especially, emotions getting, when there's an emotional scene, you can feel that the music in this is like being emotional for them and them being emotional for you is something that works in a film like this, and it feels like it works really, really well. So overall, what I gotta say about this movie, I have got to say this movie is hands down my favorite Disney movie ever in 2018. Incredibles 2 is awesome. I cannot wait to see Wealth Breaks the Internet. I think that's going to be another hit movie from Disney. I really wish, though, Christopher Robin should have been a hit for Disney. And it wasn't number one when it debuted at the box office. And I was kind of upset because I really think that this movie has some enjoyable moments. And it's something that I can say that this is a great family film. And if you love Winnie the Pooh and everything of the 100 Acre Woods and everything about it and the story, then this movie is a must-watch. So what am I giving this movie between 1 to 5 stars, with 5 being the absolute best? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm giving Christopher Robin a solid 5 out of 5. Or A+, however you want to talk about it. It is my pick of 2018 as far as movies are concerned. Because as you guys know, I'm a movie lover. I watch a lot. I watch good movies. I'm a cartoon lover. I'm telling you. I'm the biggest cartoon lover that you have ever seen before, because I am a huge cartoon lover, like to the point to where I am a cartoon lover, and still gonna be on top of that. So overall, Christopher Robin, for me, I give it a 5 out of 5, solid A+. This is a terrific movie. Again, it has the magic, it has the heart, it has everything you expect out of a Disney movie, and it just works. And that is my mini review of Christopher Robin. So, Luke, do you have anything you wanna add about Christopher Robin and what your thoughts of it? Because I know you probably haven't seen it yet, but what are your thoughts? And do you think this movie should have been number 1? Do you think this should have beaten Teen Titans Go to the Movies? So, Luke, what do you got to say? Your response.
At first, I wanted to see Ant-Man and the Wasp, but, excuse me, I got a hiccup. But with Christopher Robin, excuse me. Okay, excuse me. I don't know what's going on. I'll get my thoughts in a few moments, but for now, I have to get some water. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, Luke, we'll hear from that after we do this, because now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna hear from Luke about his reaction and what he thinks of Christopher Robin. But for right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's switch gears, because, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for this week's Vlog Weekly Top 10 for the month of November the 16th, 2018. So here we guys go with Top 10, and this week's Top 10 for tonight's episode of Vlog Weekly is none other than the music and the songs of Cubby. K-U-B-B-I. Cubby.
Excuse me.
Alright, so Luke, we'll get to you with Christopher Robin in just a bit, because right now we are in the top 10 mode. So here we go, everybody, with tonight's top 10. And by the way, guys, something has returned for this edition of Vlog Weekly. You'll find out in what it is in just a bit. But right now, here we go with number 10 in our countdown. And by the way, these are top 10 Cubby songs handpicked by me. And I know you guys are going to say, how come your number 1 is not your number 1? And why you put it at number 2, even if it's your favorite Cubby song of all time, but you had to put the other one at number 1? Well, this was a hard top 10 for me to choose. This was a hard top 10, for me to do, because this was handpicked by me, and it's really tough to pick, a number 1 or a number 2. It's very hard as a music lover to understand, because there's a lot of great music that I've listened to by Cubby, but it's just so hard to figure out, what I can put at number 1, what I can put at number 2, and it was really tough, guys. It really is tough. But there you go. Anyway, at number 10, and our number 10 for the top 10 countdown for tonight is Retrospect from the album Tiger from 2018 that came out of March 2018 this year. Solid first track into the album Tiger, which I gotta buy on Bandcamp, because I have 2 of his albums on Bandcamp. The other one I want to get besides the other ones is Sleet, and the other one. So we'll talk about that as we move along. So that's Retrospect at number 10. Now at number 9 in our top 10 countdown, number 9 is Juggernaut. That's from 2012 Singers. And I personally have this album. I bought this album on Bandcamp, and as you guys know, Bandcamp is a nice place to where you can support the artist, support them in any way, shape, or form. So that means when you buy a digital album for $5 or more, or $3 or more, whatever you pay, not only you get the album and you can download it on whatever format you want, like MP3, AIFF, or whatnot. That payment not only does it very well, and you get the album and you can download it or listen to it streamed, but you also help out the artist or the creator of that particular song. And as you guys know, I'm supportive of this guy's music, and I'm gonna still continue to support him every way that I possibly can, because his music is phenomenal. It's really, really phenomenal. So Juggernaut is at number 9, and that's from 2012, The Singers. And again, guys, I would take the time to go on to Bandcamp and listen to other great music that you can listen to. Because if you like chiptune music like I do, then there's tons of chiptune music that you can buy and listen to. And I would go to Bandcamp.com. It's the best place to support your favorite artist and support them directly. Because every purchase of the album that you make on Bandcamp will go directly to them, and for you to support them is a great way, so that way they can continue to make more great new music and new albums coming in the future ahead. And that's what I'm going to be doing with Cubby, because I love this guy's music, and I can't wait to hear if he's going to have new music coming out in 2019. We're just going to have to wait and see, for me personally. So that is Juggernaut at number 9. At number 8 in our top 10 countdown. And, Luke, you still there?
Still there, I've just got the hiccups.
Okay. At number 8 is Motivation. And I'm going to say this is from 2012 Singers as well. What do I got to say about this song? It's upbeat, and it's really good. Motivation is at number 8. At number 7 in our top 10, number 7 is The Calm from the 2015 album Ember with an E. The Calm, pretty good. I listened to the entire album, and it's very, very good. I liked it. I really liked the song a lot. So that's number 7. At number 6 in our top 10 countdown, again, this is personal by me. This is a personal top 10 that I created. Number 6 is Overworld, again, from the album Ember with an E. Yeah, this has that traditional sound that you normally get out of this, and taking overworld games such as Mario and Zelda and all the other stuff, and this one is really, really good. This is my favorite song from the album, Overworld, and I had to put this in my top 10. Really good. Overworld is number 6. And now we get to the nitty-gritty of the top 5. Alright, number 5 in our top 10 is Restoration, again, from Ember, the album. I believe it came out in 2015, maybe 2016, but I'm going to say 2015. I probably am wrong. I think it came out in 2016. So I probably got it wrong, but that's okay. So it's from the album Ember. This song, boy, it packs a punch when you listen to this, because it starts off nice and slow, and then the emotions kick in, and then it hits you, and then you listen to that upbeat chiptune music, and this is probably my favorite track. Like I said, there's too many of them to go over, but yeah, this song, in my own eyes, guys, this song is incredible. Restoration is my number 5 on the top 10 countdown. Alright, at number 4 in our top 10, and I believe this is my favorite, if not probably number 3, but at number 4, this is my favorite. It's The Spectator from 2012 Singers from 2013. Why did I put this on the list? Well, 2 reasons. I love the song, number 1, and 2, I love the ending of this. It has a great beat at the 2-minute mark, and then when it ends it for a overture ballad, and just listening to it at the very end or at the 2.5 minute, it's hard for me to describe. But that one note after it gets all drumming and it's just hard for me to describe. But the ending is one of my favorite things about the song. The ending just has that 8-bit chip tune that you know and love, inspired by Wally Bear and all these great video game music that I really love because I'm a sucker of video game music. The Spectator is without a doubt probably one of my favorite tracks from 2012 singles. And this is a song that I can say I freaking love this song. It's one of my personal favorites, and that is at number 4. And I'm glad that I put The Spectator on there as my number 4. Again, all these songs I have in the top 10, they're not bad songs. They're incredible songs, okay? They're not bad at all, okay? I'm not calling them bad. I'm calling all of these top 10s amazing because I love every single one of these songs that I handpicked for tonight. So that's number 4. Alright, at number 3 in our countdown, and number 3, and Luke, we'll get to you about that momentarily. So I'm gonna mute the mic for just a sec, Luke, so we can do this here. Wait, did I? Oh, okay, yeah, I did. Okay. At number 3 is one of my personal favorites from the Tyga album. It's called Plum, or Plum. This is the 3rd track from the 2018 album, and this is my favorite. I like this one quite a lot. It's probably my favorite track from the 2018 album, and I had to put it at number 3. Now, Luke, you are going to be shocked about number 2 and number 1 because this was so hard of what I had to do on number 2 and number 1, especially number 2. I know I'm going to be upset of putting this song at number 2 because it's one of my all-time favorite songs, and it's so powerful. It's just, oh my god, this song's freaking amazing. So at number 2 of the top 10 countdown, this was painful, and this was probably the one I probably did not want to put at number 2 because it was so hard of what I was going to choose at number 1. It was so painfully difficult. This was, by the way, by making this top 10, this was not easy. This wasn't an easy thing for me to put in the top 10. This was absolutely not easy to do in the top 10. Everything's not easy, but this is the most difficult thing I had to put in number 2 because this is one of my absolute favorites. And that, of course, at number 2, this is one of my favorite tracks from this album, and it's called Amber. This is one of my absolute favorite songs, if not one of my all-time favorite Cubby songs ever. Why? Because it has the beat, and it has that nice, beat and effect when it hits like a minute and 30 seconds. Or if you guys wanna hear it, well, I'm not gonna play it for you all, obviously, because I don't wanna get in trouble by Cubby, because I wanna support this dude. But if you wanna hear it, I'll have a link to where you can hear it, because I'll give you, okay, my favorite segment of this song is that da 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 da, and I'm not okay, and don't make fun of this too, guys, because I'm giving you my favorite thing, alright? So I don't want you guys to make fun of this song, because this is my favorite song ever, but it goes da 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 da. But I'm just saying that one part of the song, it just blows my freaking mind, and I freaking love this song, and it's hard for me to put it at number 2, but hey, this is always going to be my number 1. This is always going to be my favorite, because no matter what I put in number 1, because like I said, I like this one, and I like the one for number 1 as well. Again, this was a very hard thing for me to put at number 2 and number 1. This was not easy, folks. This was not an easy thing for me to put in at the top 10. This was certainly not an easy thing for me to do. So Luke, well, anyway, I want to get your perspective, Luke, on what you think of this, because this was really hard for me to choose between number 2 and number 1. So Luke, what do you guys say about this?
It was amazing. It was so about this,
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
God,
again, I didn't do it. Well, I didn't want to do it to, because I didn't want to, make fun of. But I just wanted to do that because it has my favorite segment from the song. Because it's about a 4-minute song, and it has that beautiful melody, and it's one of my favorite melody samplers of all time. It's probably my favorite melody within the track. It just has that upbeat moment, of the song. And again, I'll have it in the link in the description for you guys to hear that of what I'm talking about in that beat, because it is freaking incredible. I really love it on how he did this song. Not
It should
only
be.
Amber is one of my favorite albums of Cubby, but it's like, it's just probably the album that I sit down and listen to on Spotify. This is like one of the greatest, if not the greatest album that I've ever heard of me supporting Cubby, because I believe this was the first song that got me into Cubby. I think this is the song that brought me into Cubby, that brought me into to him, listening to chiptune, listening to all that stuff, because I had that same influence that I have a Cubby, because, Weebits Plum is a different thing. I have my influence on Elton John, I have influence on the chiptune music, video game music, if you want to say. So I have those influences of what makes chiptune great, and why chiptune music is never going to die, and it's always going to be here in everybody's hearts, because 8-bit chiptune music, and just recreating it in such a way that nobody else seemed to do, is a masterpiece of its own kind, and I think right there is a beauty of itself. So Luke, go ahead and finish what you're going to say, because, again, this was not an easy top 10 for me to do, especially at number 2 and number 1, so go ahead and continue.
It was a non-amazing top 10 at all. Oh, excuse me, fantastic for me,
Yeah, it was. Let's put it this way. It was really hard to put it at number 1.
Yeah. But still,
Alright, so anyway, guys, before we get to our number 1, we have something cool for you guys, because we now have honorable mentions.
Oh boy!
So you haven't seen that for a very long time. Yeah, so, I kind of screwed up the honorable mentions. But anyway, guys, we have some honorable mentions to go over in this top 10, because there was so many songs that did not, that unfortunately did not make the, got cut in the top 10 Cubby songs. So here are some of the honorable mentions we have for you for the top 10. So honorable mentions goes to the following. We got Bit Pop from 2012 Singers, Wake from Tyga, Spirit Dancer from Tyga, Pathfinder from, I believe, either Tyga or Amber, Fireflight from Amber, Compass from Amber, Chronos from, I believe, Sleet, Gravity from Sleet, Acrion from Sleet, Sunwise, A New Beginning from Sleet, Cloud Gazer from Sleet, and that's about it. So now, ladies and gentlemen, at number 1 in our top 10, I had to put this in number 1 because this is, without a doubt, the greatest song of the EP album called Gas Powered EP. So at number 1, and this is from Gas Powered EP, this is without a doubt one of my favorites. At number 1 is Up in My Jam All of a Sudden. Oh my God, this song's amazing. It has the beat, it has the nice chiptune effect. And when it has that sound effect at the 234 to 238 mark, and then it ends in a crescendo, and it repeats itself until it fades out at around 320, 330. And I gotta say, when I first heard this song, when I was listening to Gas Powered EP, I started digging on this, and it had a great beat, it had a great rhythm, and now that I bought it on Bandcamp, this is the track that I couldn't stop playing. I had to play it, because this song stuck in my head, and it was I'm telling you, it's one of these greatness, and I can say without a doubt this is probably my only favorite song in the Gas Powered EP. The other songs are good, but this one without a doubt is probably my number 1 favorite in the Gas Powered EP. But I tell you guys, this one and Amber with an E, those two songs are basically, I'm telling you, these are two of my favorite songs. I do not hate either one of these two songs. These two songs are one of my absolute favorites, and it's very hard to put at a certain point at number one, putting it at number one and number two. Even though these songs are number one and number two respectively, these are songs that I freaking love. And as a fan of Cubby, and will continue to support Cubby in every way, shape, or form, Up in My Jam is probably without a doubt my favorite song ever. And again, Amber is one of my favorite songs, and I really can't say it eclipses this song, Up in My Jam, but all I'm saying right now, guys, these two songs are like one of the greats. It's one of my favorites, and I gotta say they're both masterpieces in my own words and my own opinion. So in my opinion, guys, these are two masterpiece songs of its own kind. And like I said, those two songs are a must listen. If whether you don't like chiptune or not, you gotta listen to these two. Amber, I can easily highly recommend. I freaking love that song. And this one too, Up in My Jam, all of a sudden. That is like my favorite of the whole bunch. And that, my friends, that is your emotional and yet very hard to pick of this edition of Vlog Weekly's Top 10. This has to be the most toughest top 10 that I've ever had to do tonight. This is probably the toughest one yet. It was just so hard to choose number 2 and number 1. These are all great songs, and I'm going to continue to listen to Cubby because he's such an amazing, he's just amazing. And if you guys want to support Cubby, the link will be in the description below. That way you guys can support Cubby, because I am. Why don't you guys do too, and help support him, alright? Do that. Do it for me, and do it for everybody who likes his music, alright? Do it because he does it with such great passion, great heart, and he makes music that he knows what he likes in a video game music like me. I listen to chiptune music, I listen to video game music, and I was humming along with Dr. Mario, and that's why I became a video game music fanatic. So that is your top 10 for tonight, and that will do it on this edition of Vlog Weekly. But before we go, Luke, do you want to finish up and discuss about Christopher Robin in detail now that you hiccups are probably going to go away and Abracadabra and Magicazam?
Yeah, it's going to pieces, yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say, that Christopher Robin is going to be amazing. When it comes with Christopher Robin, it turned out to be a masterpiece. And it was a fantastic movie by any means. I haven't seen it yet, except for the trailer. But when it comes with the trailer, bits and pieces, that was awesome, my opinion. I've seen that before, but let's just say this, okay? At first, I was like, okay, that was like meh to me, but nowadays it was good, you know. But again, I would really love to see Christopher Robin so badly, as well as Ant-Man and the Wasp, and these two other movies that Disney related to the movies. So I already saw Won't You Be My Neighbor and Bohemian Rhapsody, just want to let you know and everything.
Well, and I'm telling you, Luke, I think this will be, oh my god. I know you're going to be busy with project and stuff, but I think when you do get the time, sit down and watch Christopher Robin. It's just so magical. Winnie the Pooh and Piglet holding hands together, it just makes it magical, and it's just so touching and so heartwarming. Because I love the trailer. The trailer was amazing. And seeing these characters come to life, oh my freaking god. That's why I give it an A+. Everybody, you know, it's on Blu-ray and DVD. Like I said, if you guys are asking me, do you recommend this movie? How about if I say, shut up, go to Walmart, go to Amazon, or buy the movie, or wherever you want to get the movie, either Blu-ray, DVD, or iTunes or Prime Video. Do me a favor, shut up, buy the movie, Watch it, and you tell me if that's not the greatest movie you have ever seen, because it is so magical, and it's just so heartwarming, and it's just seeing Piglet and Winnie the Pooh holding hands. It's just like friendship never dies, and it's just like Winnie the Pooh is such an amazing character of a Disney, he's a Disney icon, and, like Mickey Mouse, and like I said, Winnie the Pooh is just like one of these greatest characters that ever is in a Disney movie, and I'm telling you, Winnie the Pooh is like the greatest thing that's out there. It's just so emotional, and yet it's just so breathtaking. So, I'm telling you, Luke, you need to see this movie. This movie is an A+, 5 out of 5, and because, like I said,
exactly,
it's just, you're going to be emotional, but at the same time, this movie is just so heartwarming to see these characters come to life, and it's just so amazing. I'm just so speechless, because this is a movie you can sit down and enjoy, and you're gonna think to yourself that, yes, this is a movie that's really gonna, oh my god, it's just gonna, I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest movies I have seen of this year. This is probably in my, I don't know, because like I said, because my favorite movies so far this year, Ready Player One, one of the greatest sci-fi video game movies of all time by Steven Spielberg, Incredibles 2, Christopher Robin for sure, and I think Wealth Breaks the Internet when it comes out. So these are my favorite movies. What's not going to be in my favorite movies this year? Teen Titans Go to the Movies, because that movie sucks.
Yeah,
but who cares about that movie? All I'm saying is Christopher Robin beats Teen Titans Go in such a unique way, because Christopher Robin is just so magical, and it's unbelievable. It's one of the it's this year's best movie. It's just so ashamed it did not get number one. People are not liking it, and you know what? And for Jerome giving it an A-, it's good for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good. I mean, it really is getting an A-. But for me, giving it a 5 out of 5, A+, it's just a magical movie that really makes a lot of sense. And Eeyore, he's I'm telling you, and Brad Garrett, who plays Eeyore, he is great in this movie, and he is funny, and because I remember one scene to where Eeyore was like, okay, you can take the donkey as a hostage, or whatever he said. Okay, well, whatever he said, I posted it in the Facebook post. It's like, okay, well, you can take the donkey as hostage, and it was just so funny. I was laughing my butt off when he said that. Okay, you can take me as a hostage. You do whatever you know to do, and I'm telling you. Brad Garrett as Eeyore, that's probably the spotlight of this movie. He is so funny. Brad Garrett as Eeyore, I think he plays the character very, very well. And Brad Garrett, you are the guy. You played the best Eeyore out of everybody else. You done an incredible job. I gotta say, I think the other pro I can say about this movie is it has a great cast of people and a great cast of characters. From Jim Cummins to play Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, and oh my god, and Brad Garrett as Eeyore. Oh my god, this movie in itself, you gotta see this movie, folks. I can honestly say, guys, I highly recommend you see Christopher Robin. It is a movie you do not need to miss. This is the movie you need to watch. This is the movie that tells you that this movie is going to tell you whether or not this movie is going to be good or not. Well, like I said, I'm not going to tell you. You need to sit on your butt and watch this freaking movie, because you are going to love this movie, because that's what the movie is about. And it's about, it's so great.
It's so great, yeah.
And I really wish, though, if I have to nitpick, I really wish Christopher Robin was on 4K Blu-ray. That's my only nitpick. But other than that, 5 out of 5, A+. See it. Don't tell me that, do you recommend this for me? Sit on your butt and watch this movie.
Yeah.
Because it is a magical film from start to finish.
Yeah, so you rated it.
Freaking and that will also do it on this edition of Wild Weekly, episode number 96. And I'm glad that Billy wasn't on, because otherwise he probably would have ruined the show. Because I gotta say, this is this is probably the best episode we have done tonight, and this has been a lot of fun. And this is a magical episode for me that I'm never gonna forget. So anyway, Luke, thank you for stopping by. Let's go ahead and wrap up, because I'm gonna have to end this stream because it is 7:30. And I gotta get ready for tonight's Cartoon Madness block on Weir 1 for the next 2 hours. So, anyway, Luke, take it away. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you will see me, Luke, and Chris Kennedy for an all-new episode of Take Your Pit Live, all new tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, only on Branden Plumley Television. Luke, go ahead. Take it away.
The first... hold on. The first thing is, you're welcome, and the second thing is, well, folks, just a reminder, well, it's official, I am going to release some stuff this Christmas on my Vimeo account. So, be prepared. Vimeo is going to be, I'm going to release something for Christmas. It's going to be exciting, and, of course, it's going to be big. So, there you go on that. And, of course, it's going to be big enough, so there you go on that. And, of course, you want to see more of my stuff here on my Vimeo account, so be prepared. But of course, it's gonna be big. I'm extending the marathon from February to around the springtime. I don't know when exactly, but you know, it's just me. But you know, when exactly it will happen, but we'll see what happens, because I have my personal Vimeo account upload. I know it's gonna extend it for my 12th anniversary coming this February 24th of 2019. But however, it's gonna be big. So there you go on that. Anyways, that will episode for me. Just Lou Jerry, say goodbye, peace out, baby. Back to Branden at Plumley, whole entire thing.
Alright, thank you, Luke Jeffers. And guys, well, I think we surpassed the length, or probably come close to it, on this edition of Vlog Weekly. So thank you, Luke. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I think this is a magical episode. And I will see you guys next time for episode 97 of Vlog Weekly. So for Luke Jeffers and everybody who makes this show possible, and without you guys and without all wonderful guests that we have over the past 96 shows, you guys are incredible, and hit that subscribe button, because it really helps the stream and it really helps the channel a lot. So thank you guys so much, and this is an incredible magical journey that I can say that this is going to be without a doubt one of the best things ever. So for Luke Jeffers, this is Branden Plumley, and you can find me on Twitter at WeMetsPlum. You can find Luke Jeffers at The Crazy Bunch, and you can find me on Tumblr. I am WeMetsPlum.tumblr.com. I am on Medium.com. The links will be in the description below. And by the way, take the time to listen to my new song called Ballad Rhapsody, exclusively on Soundcloud. The Ballad of Poppy, as well as Plum's Reality Gone Wrong, which is a favorite of mine. And so anyway, guys, check out my music. It's on SoundCloud, it's on Audio Mac, and it's on Your Listen. Alright, guys, we are going to wrap it up right here, because I got to be at Weir 1 Studios precisely for you all at 8 p.m. because I have the Cartoon Madness block to deal with for the next 2 hours. So I'm going to be at Weir 1 Studios getting ready, being prepared for tonight's Cartoon Madness block. And this is We Met Plum saying goodbye. Remember, guys, to be kind to one and another. And we will see you guys next time for another edition of Vlog Weekly, only on Branden Plumley Television. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you all for Hanging We Met Plum tomorrow afternoon. Stay tuned. Alright, guys, we'll see you guys next week of an all-new Vlog Weekly.